going to be live in 3, 2, 1. Looks like we are live now already as the Saints have the football to start the game. Alvin Kamara on 2nd and 9. Gains about 2 or 3. We are back, Josh. We are back.
Yes, we are back. Yes, indeed. Welcome, everybody, to the stream here. Hope everyone had a nice Rams bye week as we get this going here underway. And yeah, this should be a pretty easy win here for the Rams. Isn't that right, Josh?
It's funny. I hate to say that because obviously it's a good team. I'm not a good team, but it's an NFL team, right? They are a professional team. You don't want to assume you're going to win a football game at all. You never want to assume that. Any given Sunday is the saying always, but Tyler Show here, he drops back to pass, gets a pass off to Shaheed for about a gain of 6. So it's going to be 4th down and 1 with a little bit of a decision for the Saints right here. If they want to beat the Rams, they're going to have to go for it on plays like this, and they are not. The punting unit is out. But yeah, it should be an easy win for the Rams. You never want to say it should be easy, but it really should be against this New Orleans Saints team. What up, Manuel? He's in the chat. He says, what's up, Josh H and Josh F? Whose house? Rams house, Juan.
Rams house, yes. And already, by the way, the 3 and out here to start the game, as this is a very solid start for this Rams defense, who this afternoon, about an hour ago, Kyren Williams is inactive for this game with a shoulder injury. So definitely a wrinkle in the Rams' plans for today with that injury.
Yeah, that's definitely big time, and we talked about this. I didn't really pay attention too much on that drive as we were getting set up here, but Roger McCreary going to be big time. I'm pretty sure he's active. I haven't really seen much about the reports of whether or not he's going to play in this game, but ultimately he may need to play in this game. If you're talking about a guy like Kyren Williams being out, you might have to throw a guy like Roger McCreary out there who just joined the squad this week.
He is going to play. I did see that report from a couple days ago that McCreary is going to be active. I wonder how many snaps he's going to get, but now with the Rams on offense here, defense with a great stop here early on. So for the Rams, trying to do what you did in London against Jacksonville, really take control of this game early on as you start with the ball pretty much pinned almost inside their own 10-yard line here.
I'm trying to react. My girlfriend's in the background right now because I 90% sure I heard a car accident outside, but I don't know. I guess she can see it. She can take some pictures. Sorry, a little bit of a distraction. But Matthew Stafford drops back to pass here. 1st and 10 finds. Looks like Puka Nacua, he is back here. Looks like a 1st down. One ref saying 2nd down and short. So maybe a 2nd down play coming up here. But shout out to Puka Nacua being back on the field. He's healthy and ready to roll. It's what the Rams want to see, right, out of this offense. Adams and Nacua at full strength, especially after Stafford and Adams had such a great connection out in London a couple of weeks ago as Stafford finds Davante Adams down the field. They're going to be about midway point of the field, now about the 50-yard line after that catch.
Yeah, good play there. Again, Puka already went off to a solid start here as well. So with this team with Tutu Atwell on IR as well, look out for Jordan Whittington, I believe, to have a bigger impact in this one as well.
Yeah, Tutu Atwell out of this game. That's definitely going to be big time for Whittington. A good opportunity for him at least, right? We've seen him in the past not take advantage of these opportunities every single time. I want to see him get involved in this football game. Manuel says, go Dodgers. Crazy game last night, Manuel. We see that. I can't even think about the Rams almost right now. It was such a crazy game all morning. That's all I've been watching is Dodgers highlights after that crazy Game 7 as Stafford rolls to his right, finds his tight end down the field. Looks like Davis Allen with a nice catch and run for a 1st down and more, running over Saints defenders in the process. Rams 1st down.
Yeah, Rams looking really good here to start off this game so far. Stafford spreading the ball around really well still as well, despite Puka being back. They're keeping up with a similar type of game plan that worked so well against the Jaguars. And for the Rams, you're running down the field pretty fast here. Let's try to get some of the running game involved here too.
Yeah, like Manuel says here, most teams run the ball so they can pass it, but the Rams pass the ball so they can run it after a couple of nice passes down the field. They open up a few yards here for, looked like Kyren Williams on that 1st down handoff for a gain of about 3 or 4 yards. Yes, overall, I mean, this team, again, this is their opportunity. When you're playing a bad team like this, who's almost the Saints players aren't trying to lose, but the franchise might be trying to lose, right? Get some nice draft capital for themselves next year. And so a team that's basically trying to lose, this is where you want to take advantage of this defense and just really show what this offense can fully do at its full capacity. They're pretty much all healthy, so this is really we're going to see the Rams at their best as they hand off to Kyren Williams to the left. He bounces it outside this time, gets to the sideline for a gain of another 3 or 4 yards. So it's going to be about 3rd and 2 yards to go here for the Rams as they are approaching the red zone.
Yeah, already another solid, still a solid start for the Rams. And for the Saints, another thing that I made a video about is the Rams like some of the Saints players. Rashid Shaheed, obviously Chris Olave probably did it too much of a heavy price tag for this Rams team. Alontae Taylor as well. And the Saints, by the way, still have Cam Jordan still doing it after all these years, as well as Demario Davis. So those two guys still playing at a pretty high level.
How long Cameron Jordan's been out there for the Saints. As Kyren Williams, another handoff, kind of does a nice little jump. And while he gets hit, looks like he jumps ahead for a first down run on that play. It was actually 3rd and 4, a little bit longer than I expected. But Kyren Williams looks like he picks up the first down. The Rams rolling on this drive. And that's what you want to see, right? Kyren Williams, maybe a little bit of Blake Corum coming up here.
Yeah, hopefully you get everyone involved. This is a team. Again, you got the Niners game next week in Santa Clara, which is really a must-win for the Rams. You got to split that game here with the division standings being the way they are. With I believe the Niners did finish off the Giants today, and for the Rams, this is a get-right game after the bye. Get it right, go into San Fran or Santa Clara, and try to get the season split with the Niners next week.
Stafford throws it out to his left. Puka Nacua with a nice catch. Gets a couple more on the catch. Gonna gain about 9 yards here. So 2nd and 1 for the Rams. Again, just kind of flowing pretty nicely. And like Josh said, I mean, you really want to get the offense right here. You had a bye week to get everybody back on the same page. Sure, you're short Tutu Atwell, but Jordan Whittington's more than capable, like we said earlier. And this offensive line is as healthy as they've been all year long. At this point, Rob Havenstein finally coming off of the injury list to be healthy in this game as Kyren Williams gets a nice first down and a little bit more on the 2nd and 1 run up the middle.
Yeah, Kyren looking good so far. Obviously do want to see Blake Corum get some reps here as well.
We'll see here. Could be a whole change of grouping here. You see Puka Nacua and Jordan Whittington both coming off the field here for this 1st and goal opportunity. Wouldn't be surprised to see a run with a guy like Blake Corum or Kyren Williams as Kyren Williams in the backfield here. 1st and goal. Rams at about the 8-yard line. Snap the ball. Fake to Kyren Williams. Stafford rolls to his right. Almost sacks. Evades the sack to get a nice, I should say, Kobe Parkinson catch for a gain of about 1 or 2 yards. A little bit awkward, but nice way to not get sacked there.
Yeah, I'm a little bit behind Josh here again, unfortunately. So I'm about to see this play now. Stafford showing some pocket elusiveness. Let's see. I got to see this.
Nice little juke for Matthew Stafford there.
Okay.
He's looking nimble.
I think his Madden attribute for elusiveness just went up 1 overall. I'm just saying after that play. So
100%. Hopefully Madden adjusters are watching that one as Stafford now in the backfield. He moves Kyren Williams to his left side. 2nd and goal here. 3 seconds to snap the ball. Stafford snaps it out to Puka. Really physical catch and run. Nearly gets a touchdown. They're going to say he's out of bounds at the 1, but we're going to want to watch this replay as he just out-physical. I don't know how to even say that. He out-physicals the defense. And just
I think that's how I'd say it. I'm about to see this one for myself here. Yeah, they let the play clock go quite low.
Just power.
Just a little screen play to Puka. I do think he's out. I think he's just short. I think that is the correct call.
Could be just short here. Sorry for all you Puka Nacua fantasy owners, as that could have been a touchdown for you. Instead, it looks like it could be a Kyren Williams run up the middle. We'll see Stafford, 3rd and goal, under center. Snaps it, fakes the handoff, wide open touchdown. Tyler Higbee. He smacks the home run out of the park. Does the Dodgers Freddie Freeman celebration. Shout out to Tyler Higbee. Shout out to the Dodgers for winning that World Series. And Tyler Higbee does a little bit of a shout out to the Dodgers himself on that touchdown catch. Just so easy for the Rams.
All right, let's see this. Selly. That was a really good, wow. I mean, Higbee just wide open. Nowhere else to go. Yeah, doing the Dodgers celebration. We love to see it
We
there.
love
I
it.
mean, everyone was sitting down in the park last night. I mean, who would have thought Miguel Rojas would have hit a home run last night?
I was at a Chargers game last year, and Dave Roberts brings the World Series trophy out to the Chargers game, and I was like, "What are we doing?" Like Chargers fans are in the stands with Padres hats on right now. And then actually, I saw someone tweet that in previous years we've seen the Chargers page tweet "Go Padres" #beat LA. So not a fan of that. The Rams are the real LA team here. We all know that. Shout out to Tyler Higbee for giving
Yes, yeah, they
the
are.
homage to the Dodgers win the World Series. Manuel in the comments saying, I'm a little bit behind Josh too. Yeah, I have an antenna, I guess. Old school way to go, guys. Buy an antenna. That's my advice to you all. That gets you the most accurate, timely presentation of the game, apparently. Manuel says Puka plays like a fullback. Yeah, just so physical on that catch and run. And then Ken says, hoping for first defensive TD today. That'd be interesting.
Yeah, sure. Hey, I mean, I'm all for it. Any way to get in the end zone is any way to get in the end zone. So I don't blame you at all there. And by the way, something to note there too. Cardi's kick did look pretty good on that extra point, but there is a penalty, so they might be redoing this one here.
They are going to make him redo it. And on my end, a little bit ahead of Josh here, they actually called another flag before he kicked this one off. So another flag is a false start here. At this point, you might as well go for two. You're going to be 20 yards away, but no, they're going to kick it again most likely. Hopefully this kicking team can, again, still going to be a scary part and issue for this offense, right? Like, you still got to get the kicking game right after the bye week. You didn't bring in a kicker that we thought maybe Young Hoku could make the roster, for example. Doesn't happen for the Rams. They don't even look for a kicker, it seems like, in the bye week. So Josh Riccardi and this kicking team, it's going to all eyes on them for the rest of the season, as it seems like the Rams are going to trust them.
Did he make it? I haven't seen him kick yet.
Kick is up and kick is good. The third try is good for the Rams after a couple of flags. All good there. Nothing really, no issues. Looked like Cardi was good on all three kicks. Maybe just extra practice for him. As Ken says, who scored? It was Tyler Higbee, and he hit a home run after as well. I know it sounds like I don't know what I'm talking about, but if you watch the replay, you know what I'm saying. Levi says Puka is pseudo tight end. Yeah, I mean he's definitely a crazy kind of physical receiver out there.
He is. That's how he's really always played. And now that we have a bit of a break in the action here, I do kind of want to set the table here for this game. The Rams, obviously 5-2, tied for first in the NFC West coming into today. I know the Niners won. Coming off a dominant win over the Jags. Roger McCreary active, obviously, and we got the Saints 1-7, last in the NFC South, coming off a 23-3 loss against the Bucks. They are starting rookie quarterback, second rounder out of Louisville, Tyler Show, today, and they did have Kamara and Shaheed were both questionable heading into this game, and they are playing. As the storylines for the game, my top one, actually, funny enough, Josh, was Rams special teams. Will Cardi play better? And so far, he is. And my other thing is, how real was the 12 personnel the Rams used a lot in London? Because I think that really helped them be better throughout that entire game. So I wanted to see how the Hall will be doing that. It seems like not doing it as much, the rushing attack being better. And I do want to watch Roger McCreary wearing number 25 throughout today as well. So when the Rams are on defense now, look out for that number 25 because that's who will be making an impact.
No, 100%. I mean, those are all great notes on this football game. I mean, Cardi doesn't happen often, but he's 3 for 3 with only one extra point up in the game on the scoreboard. So somehow, some way, he's 3 for 3 on the day. You don't like to see the flags on the kickoffs at all, or the extra points. So that's still something you have to clean up. But the kicks themselves, Josh Riccardi himself looked pretty good on those attempts that were flagged a couple of times. Like Floyd says in the comments here, he says, that's fine. He needs practice. So, yeah, I agree on that one. Floyd, Ken says, plus another Falcons loss. Yeah, the Falcons are not playing super well right now. I have Bijan Robinson in fantasy, and so he's not been playing well. So when he doesn't play well, the team doesn't play well, it seems like. Very frustrating.
No, there you go as he goes.
Right now, the Rams kind of controlling the game. And like Josh said, I mean, one thing you want to see is them use the tight ends a lot more here. 12 personnel, kind of see if they can get more guys involved. And so far, so good, right? Parkinson had a catch. Not a great one, but he had a nice catch there. Tyler Higbee with a touchdown reception. And then you see Davis Allen also with a nice catch and run on that drive. So they're getting everyone involved like we talked about. That is the key there. We want to see everybody get involved. And so The Rams looking good so far. We'll see if they can get to Tyler's show. You want to make sure you don't let this guy get comfortable. I saw someone in one of my comments, one of my videos this week saying, like, hey, look, it's his first start. Maybe no tape on him could be a bad thing for the Rams. I know he's played a little bit, but his first start, maybe he comes out and plays well. So far, they've done an okay job. I want to see them get to the quarterback today. Give me 5 sacks today. Is that too much?
Yes. Yes, one of my videos, Braden Fisk, was the thumbnail of one of my more recent videos for a reason, because I think this is his game to get going. I think the Saints O-line, you're going to know Byron Young, you know Jared Verse, Puna Ford is going to really try to bottle up Kamara, so you're going to go for those 3 guys. But Braden Fisk had a good game against the Jaguars, even though he didn't get a sack. He got a lot of pressures, and I think that today is the day that he can finish a sack. And Tiger Quaz, I believe is how you say that name. Can you show the game? Unfortunately, we cannot due to copyright reasons. So, unfortunately, we cannot.
If we show the game, we wouldn't be live, unfortunately. We wish we could, though. That's why we're here. We're voicing the game for you. Hopefully it helps you out until you get to a TV where you can watch this game. As a 1st down and 10 pass from Tyler Show is knocked down the line of scrimmage. 2nd down and 10 here. He fakes the handoff. Guy in his face, it is Braden Fisk, but he throws out to Alvin Kamara for the gain of about 2 or 3 yards. So it's going to be 3rd and long here for the Saints. So far, so good for this Rams defense. Not giving up too much. I mean, this offensive ranks here on the TV screen that I'm seeing from this Saints offense is not great. They're pretty much bottom 5 in the league in every single category.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, Fisk there with the good pressure. Obviously, that's what Kamara's been doing for years, even back when Drew Brees was there, just getting out in that space. And Juan in chat, does your score prediction change based on the current drive? No, I had 34-17 Rams, and I still kind of think that's a very plausible score still as of right now. What was your score prediction, Josh?
Before I give you the score prediction, Braden Fisk, your guy, breaks through the offensive line, gets to Tyler Show, just power rushes, bull rushes through the interior of that offensive line, gets his sack. That is 1. I want 4 more. Is that too much to ask? We'll see. But Josh Refiner's calling it out here. Braden Fisk gets that 1st sack on the year. Shout out to you for calling that out, Josh. My original score prediction was 28-10. So we're on track.
Okay,
still.
Yes.
We're on track still.
Yeah, pretty similar. I just thought the first half, you never know, because I kind of took the Ravens game into account where it was a low-scoring first half, and then I thought, all right, Rams are going to really just get it going in the second half, and they're getting it going right now. And Braden Fisk, if I was on the Manning cast right now, I'd be on the perfect prediction board for that one. So I'm happy with myself there. Peyton Eli, if you ever see this, we would love to be on when the Rams are on a Monday night game.
The timing of you calling that out was actually really great. But yeah, Juan, overall, no, I don't think it changes it. It was a great first drive, but the Rams got to keep it going, right? We've seen it multiple drives this year or multiple times throughout the season where, they look really good, and then all of a sudden, whoa, that drive, what were we doing there? A couple mistakes on that one, right? So don't get complacent. If I'm in there talking to the Rams right now, I'm saying let's continue playing as well as you're playing now. Continue feeding different guys, getting Adams involved, getting Puka involved. See what Jordan Whittington can do out there, like Josh said as well. Get the tight ends involved. That's still what I want to see. We haven't seen Blake Corum touch the football yet, so those are all things I still want the Rams to continue to do. If they can keep having drives like that, then yeah, maybe my prediction might have to change at halftime. But right now, we'll have to see as they keep rolling here. Manuel says the Kingpin gets his 1st sack of the season. You'll love to see it. You'll love to see Brady.
Yes,
Fisk
he does.
Sack.
And you know what? You know what we should do right now for Braden Fisk getting his 1st sack of the season, Josh?
What should we do?
You should like the stream and subscribe to the channel.
I heard that helps him get some more sacks on the year. That could potentially.
Yeah, it does. It does. Maybe he gets all 5 sacks if you do those things.
No, so far so good for the Rams. Everything's positive and happy right now in LA. How are you guys feeling, by the way? Anyone in the comments coming out of that Dodgers game last night? Any Blue Jays fans out there, unfortunately, coming in to hate watch? Let us know how you feel about that game. But I mean, overall, this is how I really feel. Like, I know the Dodgers are always going to get hate regardless. It's very easy to ignore it when you're the team that won the championship. Trust me, I've been ignoring a lot of the hate. But it's kind of funny, like, to think about, like, if you are a hater, if you watch that game and you're like, no, the Dodgers didn't deserve to win. I mean, that was the greatest game I've ever seen. Yes, the Blue Jays did everything in their power to win that baseball game, but the fact that the Dodgers fought that hard all game long, all series long, really, to just continue to stay in that game, I mean, it was just incredible. That's the most incredible thing I've ever seen. I don't know how you feel about that, but
I feel great. I feel great. Obviously, the Blue Jays made some great plays. Obviously, Dalton Varsho in the fourth with that diving catch on Teoscar that would have probably given the Dodgers the lead
Mm-hmm.
at that time. I mean, even again, Varsho, the Will Smith, that may have been a home run if Dalton Varsho didn't get his glove on that early on in the game too. So there were definitely some great plays made by the Blue Jays. Vlad Guerrero also robbing Tommy Edman when there were two runners on. Like there were just some, they were making some great plays. And then the Pajes play happens in the ninth where Kike had no chance to get to that ball, and Pajes out of nowhere, as Joe Davis said, he came from Vancouver. Or someone said that. That was a great call. Whoever said that, and yeah, just so many key plays all throughout the game. And also, one thing I do want to say is that to anyone hating on the Dodgers for spending money, the Blue Jays are actually fifth in payroll. So I do not want to hear that the team they play does not spend money because that's not true.
My biggest thing too is that whoever signed Ohtani was going to have $700 million on their payroll. That's why it's kind of unfair to say that part of it, because anyone who signed Ohtani was going to spend that much money regardless, and he was going to give everyone that deferred opportunity as well. No matter who he signed with. The Stafford drops back deep, ball all the way down the field, incomplete. Looked like he was throwing it down to Smith. Is it Xavier Smith? Am I correct on his first name there?
Yeah, that would be Xavier Smith. I'm about to see that play, and Jake says, "Let's go Rams and Dodgers." Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I agree with you, Jake. Again, there's nothing. And also, well, I'm gonna dissect this play here real quick before I get back to the Dodgers.
Yeah.
That was a pretty decent pass though. That
Great
was
throw.
definitely a decent pass.
Great throw. Real quick here, 3rd and 6. Stafford in the shotgun, trying to get a first down here. The Rams got to keep it rolling, so let's not see a 3-and-out here. 5 seconds to go for the snap. Stafford waiting for it, snaps the ball, looks to his right, goes to his right. The ball is tipped at the line of scrimmage. It was tipped up pretty high. Could have been intercepted. Stafford was perfect before these last two incompletions. Brian Breezy from the interior there, putting his hand up and getting a hand on the football. The Rams are going to punt this football away, up 7-0. It's okay. Let's relax here, but you don't want to see 3-and-outs. You want to see them continue to roll here on this Saints team.
No, yeah, you don't. Especially getting decent field position. Yeah, that was tipped quite early. But the one good thing about this punt is Ethan Evans, I think, can pin him inside the 5 here pretty easily from where he's going to be punting from. And Jake saying Rams house and Dodgers house. Let's go. Yes, it is. We have a game break here, and it looks like the Broncos just beat the Texans on a game-winning field goal here, but there's a flag, so maybe we'll see the impact of that game. But the Broncos, man, they keep winning these close games, don't they?
100%. Yeah, they're playing really well this year. Kind of crazy to see. I mean, last week, absolutely destroying the Dallas Cowboys. Not hard to do this year. But yeah, the Broncos have been playing really well this year. A lot of people thought Bo Nix would be, after some tape would be on him, that he would struggle this year. He's had his ups and downs for sure, but the team is winning. That's all that matters, as Ethan Evans does pin the Saints back within the 5-yard line. So a really good punt from your special teams unit. The Rams should be able to come out and take care of business in this coming out of this timeout, this commercial break. As Ken said, bleeding blue. Juan says, Joshua, how many sacks you think we'll get today? We're both Joshes, so I said 5. What do you think, Josh Refiners? How many sacks you think the
5?
Rams get?
That's a pretty good number. I mean, I feel like either have to go with 4 or 6.
What are you thinking?
But I mean,
Call your
I'm gonna go 6. I think we can get 6.
All right.
And then Wally saying the Rams need to crush the Saints. I'm sick of seeing bias takes against the Rams. I don't know where you've been seeing those. I haven't really been seeing that too much lately, but I do agree that this should be a must crush for. It's not a must crush. It's a must win because, again, the Saints, unfortunately, are not, a very good team as of this moment. But you want to win this game feeling good going into Santa Clara. And hopefully you're going to need Darius Williams back for that game too, by the way, hopefully. So.
Yeah, no, 100%. I think the Rams just knocking out, taking care of business versus Saints will be big time for them. I think, like you said, going into that San Fran game, you just got to win. That's point blank period. You have to win. Like, for example, the Rams can win this game by 40, and you go into Santa Clara and you lose to San Francisco, which, by the way, is not an easy place to go win a football game. If you go lose that football game, regardless of how fair it is, people are going to then turn back on the Rams and say, well, you can't take care of business versus teams you need to take care of business against. So this is a game you have to win without a doubt. Don't worry about it. And then next week you got to prep for that San Francisco game. Get out of this game healthy too. So you dominating early would be very, very beneficial to you. So you could take some of your starters out, make sure everyone is going to be healthy. I don't want to see Rob Havenstein in this game in the fourth quarter, right? I don't want to see Stafford even out in this game in the fourth quarter. It'd be nice to see. Obviously, if you have to, you have to. But it'd be nice to see them out resting instead of playing in this football game in a close one.
Yeah, that's definitely the goal here. I mean, obviously, Warren McClendon, by the way, has been quite good filling in for Rob Havenstein. So if Warren McClendon finishes this game, that is definitely fine with me. But if we're looking ahead into this game as they're doing the Tyler Show journey, yeah, he was the replacement for Justin Herbert at one point at Oregon. He was his backup, and then he plays for many, many different teams, ending obviously Louisville having a good year there, and now obviously the quarterback of the Saints, someone who's definitely an interesting prospect, being that he's already 26 years old as a rookie. So for the Saints, obviously you hope this can be your franchise guy going forward.
100% there as Alvin Kamara, first down run, gains about 3 yards. So we're sitting here now, 2nd and 7, with the Saints sitting at the 6.5-yard line. The Rams in a good position defensively. They got to make sure you got to stop here. 3 and out would be nice. Shotgun show. Looks down to Brandon Cooks. An absolute journeyman now at this point in his NFL career. Gets the jumping catch for a nice gain, but still going to be 3rd and short here for the Saints. The Rams got to make a stop here.
They do. Brandon Cooks, former Ram, for those of you who might not remember that. Brandon Cooks was a key part of the team that made the Super Bowl in 2018. As I see him still going, unfortunately, back on the Saints. A lot of people also may forget he was a Saints earlier on in his career as well. He's another guy who who was in a video of mine about potential Rams trade targets.
Yeah, no, that would have been interesting back when that happened. As Show nearly sacked. Don't know how he got that football off. It is incomplete as it looks like Quentin Lake, maybe Emmanuel Forbes coming together on that stop there. But Byron Young, one of the guys coming off the edge, nearly getting a sack on Tyler Show here. Just can't block him, unblockable. Show flings the ball out, little sidearm. Emmanuel Forbes and Quentin Lake just sitting, waiting for that football to Shaheed. Incomplete pass. Punting unit out for the Saints. The punt is up down the field. Fair caught at the 37-yard line.
Yeah, I mean, this is what you expect to see. Again, Byron Young was a good pressure. Jared Verse as well was getting pretty close, too. And just nowhere really to go with the football there for Show. I mean, you have to take the short read there to Shaheed just to get the ball out. But again, for the Rams, you're going to have pretty good field position if Xavier Smith has any room to return this. Let's see what he can do with it. And he does make the fair catch there. I believe that will be the 38-yard line. Oh, man. I don't know if you saw the replay there, Josh, but Quentin Lake and Emmanuel Forbes missed the first high-five attempt. So I don't know about that celebration anymore.
I did notice that. I thought I was actually thinking about that. Like, dang, it's actually crazy how quick these guys, I mean, obviously they practice it all week, I'm sure, but they practice those high-fives and handshakes. It makes me think Josh and I need to come up with one for the next time we see each other in person.
Yeah, maybe we do. Maybe we do. And Juan in chat the next 3 games if we're healthy.
Yeah.
How many will we win? I know we play the Niners next week, but let me actually get a better look at the next 3 games. So you got the Niners and then the Seahawks. Ooh, those are 2 tough games. Seahawks game is at home, which is good. I would say I do think one of the Niners or Seahawks might be a loss just because it's a divisional game. And you have to be fair. And you've got the Bucks after that, too, on Sunday Night Football. So 3 really tough opponents coming up after this game. So this really is a must-win game. I want to say 3, but it's more likely to be 2. What do you think, Josh?
Yeah, I think after you win this game, well, you're sitting at 6-2 if you win this game versus Saints, which is what you should do. 6-2, you go out of there. Next 3 games, I would say you end 8-3. That's after those 3 games, right? You win 2 of the 3 tough games you have. That'll be ideal. I would like to be. I think Seattle's a winnable game, and I think the Niners is a game you kind of have to win almost. So I would like to see them beat both division opponents just to kind of make yourself feel better. You go out, you battle against Baker Mayfield, who's playing like an MVP for the most of this season. You lose to a guy like him. Okay, you can see that happening, but I would like to see the Rams take care of business versus their divisional opponents, because it just matters so much, the Rams this year, especially because of how well Seattle has been playing and because of how well San Fran has been playing. Show your dominance. Assert your dominance now at this point in the season. Tell everybody, hey, we are actually the best team in this division, and that is going to be key for the Rams. So I'm not saying it's going to be easy wins, but I do think I would love to see them win against the Niners and the Seahawks to assert their dominance in this division, as Stafford is back out there. 1st and 10 at about the 37-yard line. Snaps the ball, hands off to Kyren Williams, who bounces it outside, gains of about 5-6 yards before he is hit by a safety. Nice gain on 1st down for Kyren Williams.
Yeah, that must have been a great play here. I'm about to see it for myself right now, and let's see Stafford. The next play might happen before I get through this one. Oh, never mind. I do get to talk about it. Yeah, that was a nice little bounce outside there by Kyren. I think that might even be a 7-yard gain, potentially. We'll see where they spot him.
It was a 7-yard gain. 2nd and 3 here. Stafford is under center. He has a guy in motion, Puka Nacua. Fakes a handoff to Puka. Oh my goodness, Kyren Williams is just absolutely obliterated behind the line of scrimmage. I mean, he had no chance. He looks up and he is just smacked in the face by a safety blitz. No one blocking Kyren Williams. Oh my goodness. Watch that replay. That was
all right. Here we go. Let's see. Happening right now. Oh. Yeah. Oh, that's Alontae Taylor. That's another guy the Rams may be looking to trade for too. Is that Chase Young?
Yeah.
Is he on the Saints?
Chase Young,
I guess he is.
One of their best pass rushers right now. 3rd and 8 for the Rams now after a very hard hit from Taylor. Stafford bumbles the snap, drops back to pass, throws it to, it looks like the rookie, Terrence Ferguson, with the catch. Nice little out route there for him, or I guess a little post out. I don't really know. I don't even know why I'm pretending to know what these routes are called. Corner route, if you will. Nice catch. 1st down, Rams, after almost threatening to be 3-and-out again.
Hey, I keep saying, get Terrence Ferguson the ball more and good things happen. And yeah, every time it seems like they go to him on a 3rd down, he ends up making the play. Let's do more than just throwing him on 3rd down. I mean, I'm fine with throwing it to him on 3rd down because he's been doing it. But let's do more than that for him. And Juan said in chat, dude, you guys are outstanding answering questions in real time. Thanks, y'all making me feel like I'm in there with y'all. You are in here with us, Juan.
You are.
You're in chat. You are. Thank you. Thank you for your questions, and you're asking good questions.
Yeah, 100%.
So,
appreciate you, Juan.
May as well answer them.
For coming in. And the guy you didn't even know was on the Saints, Chase Young, just unblockable there. Gets the sack on Matthew Stafford. Does a little jiggy on him as well. The Saints defense coming alive here. Couple great plays, not back to back, but a couple great plays on that drive for the Saints defense to end the 1st quarter. The Rams, don't fall asleep on this team now. It's not going to be an easy win any given Sunday. These guys want to win too, and they get paid to do so. Manuel says that was a Bobby Boucher tackle right there. Yeah, that was a hard hit on Kyren Williams. So we're glad to see that he's okay there. And then shout out to you, Juan. Appreciate you. Continue to ask questions. We want you to be here all day long.
Yeah, and if you have any friends who you think would like the stream or other family members, feel free to share the link too. Send it out. Oh yeah, definitely keep going.
Real quick, just around the league stuff. Packers standout tight end Tucker Kraft's knee injury does not look good. Coach Matt LaFleur told reporters one of Green Bay's best could be out long term, and then Ian Rappaport says the fear heading into the MRI is that Tucker Kraft tore his ACL. Just brutal.
We don't like to see that, and the Packers unfortunately lost to the Panthers, who were a sneaky playoff contender this year at 5-4. And if I'm looking at some scores around the league as well. Bears beat the Bengals 47-42. I mean, what a high-scoring game. Caleb Williams, 280 yards, 3. Joe Flacco nearly threw for 500 yards, and he has 4 touchdowns on the day. I mean, T. Higgins and Jamar Chase obviously balling out there. Colston Loveland for the Bears, if you're a fantasy owner of Colston Loveland. 118 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 6 catches. If you started him in fantasy, you were quite happy.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that is a high scoring game there for the Bears and Bengals. It must have been there for really both teams, and the Bears end up going out on top. They're looking at some more surprising scores. Not really. I mean, the Vikings do end up outlasting the Lions as well. That's a big loss. That's a big win for the Vikings, and good for the Packers that the Lions ended up losing. Patriots, actually, the Colts came back a little bit, but they still end up losing by 7. Now, looking at the box score here of this Rams game, Stafford's 9 for 11, 90 yards and a touchdown. Kyren 6 for 18. And Blake Corum does have a carry for 4 yards. Puka, 4 catches, 33 yards so far to lead the team. But what I like right now is that 6 players for the Rams have a reception and 7 have a target, including Xavier Smith. So they are still spreading the ball around quite well, like they were doing in London.
Yeah, that's what you want to see them continue to do here. Coming back into this second quarter here, I want to see the Rams score. Right now it's 2nd and 18, but I don't want to see you come out of here again with no points on this drive. Again, don't take it easy on this team. Pour the points on as Stafford drops back to pass on 2nd and 18, finds Puka Nacua near the sticks. It's going to be about a 3rd and 2 or 3 now after about a 15-yard catch and run out of bounds for Puka Nacua.
That's a big play there for the Rams. Levi in chat said I dropped DJ Moore and he had a rushing and passing touchdown. Yeah, that one definitely hurts.
That's how fantasy
yeah, that's a good
works,
throw from Stafford. Yeah, I mean I had Rico Dowdle on my bench and he got me 27.
Yeah.
So
Stafford
not
here.
great for me either.
3rd and 3. Want to see a first down here. If not, the field goal unit will likely be out on the field. Tyler Higbee in motion to the left. Stafford drops back to pass. Looks right. Looks back to his left. I mean, thrown into triple coverage.
Sorry, wait,
coverage.
Josh, we have a dono from Manuel. Everybody make sure you like and subscribe. Thank you, Manuel. We really appreciate the donation from you once again.
Appreciate you, Manuel. You never have to do that, by the way. I want to make sure everyone knows that. We love and appreciate any donation, but we just want you guys to come in here and have a good time watching some football with us, especially if you can't watch the game. When I used to watch streamers all the time, it would be because I'm at work and I just had no access to, I wasn't paying for YouTube and stuff like that, so I just didn't have the access. But the Rams, 4th and 3 here. I'll get back to that donation in a second. Stafford drops back to pass, looks to his right, throws way too low for Puka Nacua, but a flag comes out. Rams might be bailed out by the flag, but I do want to see the replay because it could be a legitimate penalty here. Very low throw from Stafford, though. That's where the bailout kind of comes, in my opinion. You let me know what you think about that play, Josh.
Let's see here. I'm about to see this 4th and 3. That's close.
I'm watching the replay
That
here.
is Kool-Aid McKinstry, who did have multiple interceptions against the Giants in the one bad Jackson Dart game, but let's see if this is... Did they call it?
It did call pass interference. I just don't see the pass interference at all. Trying to be unbiased here. 4th down, big play for the Saints. I think if you're a Saints fan, you're very upset with that call, as they've been upset with the call about the refs between the Rams and Saints games in the past, right? As Kyren Williams running and just tumbling down for a gain of about 9. It's going to be 2nd and 1 for the Rams.
I'm seeing the replay now on close up. I'm still that far behind you, but that's a questionable. It's close. It's a 50-50 to me.
Have the Saints ever been unfairly treated by the refs in a Rams versus Saints game? I don't think that's happened before, ever.
No, I tell myself that's never happened before.
Stafford, play action, throws to Tyler Higbee, who makes the catch, rolling to his right. I thought Stafford was throwing this football away, and instead he finds Tyler Higbee with a tippy-toe catch on the sideline. Incredible. I think Stafford was trying to throw that football away, and Tyler Higbee says, no, I'm good. I'll catch this one instead.
Let's see. I mean, yeah, he's definitely throwing that ball away. And let's actually see the replay here. The Saints might challenge this, as that was pretty close to me. But if this is in bounds, this is a great catch.
No time to challenge. I think it looked good on the replay. 1st and 10 here. Higbee fakes the motion. Fake handoff to Kyren. They throw to Higbee on a little bit of a screen for the tight end. He gets about 8 or 9 yards on the play. St. Louis Rams fan says pass interference, automatic first down. Got away with that one to me. I agree with you, STL Rams fan. And then Juan says, why do you think we don't balance the throws between Adams and Puka. I think they try. I think it's hard. I'm sure defenses are really trying hard to cover both those guys as best as they can, disguise coverages and whatnot. Frankie says, let's play LA Rams. Or maybe, let's play.
Yes, let's play. And one, to answer your question from my perspective as well, it's partially you're taking what the defense gives you, too. I mean, right now it's been more so Kyren and Tyler Higbee leading this drive right now, two guys that we know are capable of doing that. So it's what the defense is giving you, and it's what McVay is seeing. I know McVay, we both have said the play calling at times has been questionable. I know some of you in chat have been very critical, but it hasn't been as bad as, what I feel like a lot of people thought. In the last few games, it's gotten really, really good. I think McVay is now comfortable with the new pieces on this offense, and I think he knows how to use them best. And so far today, it has been working.
Kyren Williams on the 2nd and 1 run up the middle, gains about 1 yard, which is going to be a first down for you. So 1st and goal for the Rams, 10 plays, 56 yards on this drive, eating up a lot of time as well in the second quarter. It's going to be 11 minutes and 30 seconds to go as Stafford under center snaps the ball, fakes the handoff to Kyren, rolls to his left, just overthrows Davis Allen, but honestly, he was going to gain 1 or 2 yards max. We do see a penalty on the play as well.
Let's see who that's on. And honestly, that's kind of, if this is on the Saints anyway, then you move up anyway. But if we're only going to gain 1 or 2 yards, I'm kind of okay with a light overthrow and nothing happens, and you can just kind of go back to square one.
Yeah, penalty looks like on the defense there, just kind of getting in front of Tyler Higbee as he tries to run out toward the corner. So it is going to be a penalty on the Saints defense. Unfortunate for them, fortunate for the Rams. 1st and goal here. Going to be at about, let's see where they mark this ball after the penalty. Give it a second here. It's going to be about the 4-yard line, the 3-yard line actually. Stafford under center, one-on-one coverage with the defender Davante Adams. It is a fade route, no, slant route. Davante Adams, catch, touchdown, Rams.
And I know you're happy. That's your fantasy team getting some points there.
Yeah, I was a little extra happy on that one for sure. Extra credit for me on that catch. It's just so easy. Just so easy.
And I am in a 2-quarterback league where Matthew Stafford was my 2nd quarterback taken, so I get some more points for that too. So we're both happy. It's
just so easy for Davante Adams. One-on-one coverage, give him the ball, get out the way.
Yeah, I mean, Davante Adams is definitely not, 2020 Packers Adams, but he is still a very good red zone threat and a very nice complimentary receiver overall. So yeah, this is just easy. I mean, Alontae Taylor, maybe he's trying to get traded. Maybe he kind of, I don't know if he fully committed to that one. But now with the extra point again, Cardi by technicality is 3 for 3, but 1 for 1 on ones that actually count. So let's see if he goes 2 for 2 on the scoreboard here.
Yeah, that one looked like it was up and good. I actually might have missed it kind of, but I think he did get the field goal up and good. I didn't hear anything crazy there.
No, it was actually a very far left.
Was it really? You missed it?
I mean, it almost went into the seats. It was that far left.
Of course, the time I'm not paying attention to the kick, he misses it.
Yeah, Floyd saying, I can't believe he missed an extra point.
Well,
I can, with how Josh McCarty has been this year. Unfortunately, he shares our name, so obviously we root for Josh is a little bit extra hard here in the Josh world. So we'd love for him to do well, more importantly because he's a Ram, but secondly because he is a Josh. So hopefully he turns it around throughout this game.
Well, yeah, I honestly just trusted he was going to make that. I even watched the kick, and he misses it crazy outside, so that's tough. Very unfortunate. It makes you think and wonder and kind of ask the question and kind of beg Les Snead to give us an answer on, like, why did you not at least try out a kicker during the bye week? I mean, why didn't you at least think about replacing your kicker? I understand you want to show trust and faith in the guy, but you have a bye week. I just don't really understand why you wouldn't try to get a kicker at that point during that time.
Yeah, I do agree with you on that. Young Wake Koo would kind of be the only guy I would think of. And while this game is going on, Josh, the Chiefs and Bills are actually playing right now as well. So I do just want to score watch. The Bills are currently up 7-0. Dalton Kincaid, who is my fantasy tight end, has a touchdown. So like that as well for me and my fantasy team.
Yeah, I just
So
traded
that's
for him.
definitely one of the games of the year there as well.
I just traded from one of my leagues. That should be one of the games of the year. As right now, what's the score looking like on your end?
7-0 for the Bills Chiefs game.
There you go. I do have Mahomes
Bills are up
in one of my leagues as well, so want to see him do well, I guess. Levi says, who do you think won this trade? I gave away Davante Adams and Jordan Addison. That hurts as a Rams fan, I'm sure. I received CeeDee Lamb and Kenneth Gainwell. I mean, I think it's a W for you.
You got CeeDee, so you won.
I do think Davante has been putting up pretty incredible numbers as a receiver, quote-unquote, 2. Borderline receiver 1 numbers. But, I mean, CeeDee Lamb is just CeeDee Lamb. I mean, you kind of have to just take that deal because it's CeeDee Lamb. And Jordan Addison, he's going to be up and down all year. Kenneth Gainwell, maybe he won't play super well all year for you, but CeeDee, you have CeeDee. I mean, I look at it like this. If you can get as many guys who are first-round picks in the fantasy draft on your team, that's kind of like the goal, right? You want to get as many guys like that, even if you're buying low on them, which seemed like you bought low on CeeDee on that one.
How did he buy low on CeeDee? CeeDee, when he's been playing, has been awesome.
Yeah.
So
he had one okay.
I mean, I'm very shocked that's all it took to get CeeDee.
That's what I'm saying. But yeah,
well, who's your other receiver though, Levi? Because you traded 2 receivers, so who's their other starting receiver now?
Yeah, good trade if you got some other pieces for you, especially at the running back position. If Kenneth Gainwell is your running back too, I might freak out for you a little bit, but we'll see what happens with that. As Reed says, dude, please fire Cardi. We will lose the Super Bowl. He is terrible. Yeah, I don't really understand what you're hoping for now. This may have been his last week kicking with the Rams. I'm not trying to say that for him, but you miss a kick like that, as Taysom Hill is just absolutely running 500 yards down the field right now. What is happening? Taysom Hill looking like prime Taysom Hill right now on that play. Not good for the Rams. Reed says, fire Cardi. Chase says, hope Cardi isn't losing his confidence. I mean, how do you not at this point? Levi says, I had Brian Thomas Jr. I mean, hasn't been playing super well for you, but that's not too bad. And then Juan says, man, I've been a Rams fan since the Jim Everett quarterback days. It was mostly high blood pressure games. Now we are getting a little spoiled. Hey, we still got a lot of game left to play in this one.
We do.
But at times this season, the Rams have looked pretty good.
I've been seeing too many replays of Taysom Hill. Funny enough, in my fantasy league, I have a cousin who every year his last pick is Taysom Hill. It's pretty funny.
I think you have to sometimes.
Just to see what he'll do. I mean, sometimes he has like 20-point games out of nowhere sometimes. So sometimes it works out. But
this year it seems like he may be done with those days. But yeah, no, I mean, I've seen in the past someone starts him just because they have to, and he drops 45 points for them. Jay Nichols says the special teams coach should have been fired 2 years ago. Somewhat improved last year and then back to the same crappy, annoying BS. McVay should be very annoyed at this point. I kind of agree, man. I mean, so many flags early in this game. Then Josh McCarthy misses the kick. I mean, you got to start questioning this stuff. This is a Super Bowl contending team. You cannot put up with this stuff if you're Sean McVay. It looks like that Taysom Hill at quarterback. Taysom Hill's at quarterback.
Is he staying in the game for Tyler Show? It looks like he is right now.
Yeah. Fakes the handoff to Alvin Kamara. It's like a zone read kind of play option. He ends up gaining 1 yard on the play. 2nd and 9 for the Saints.
I mean, he's in a quarterback, but I think he's going to be doing a lot of running rather than throwing, personally.
Taysom Hill seems to be taking over at quarterback for the time being right now. I'm not saying it's going to be for sure for the whole game, but he is barking out calls. He is calling plays. Taysom Hill in at quarterback for the Rams. That gives the Rams defense a different look, by the way. You have to worry about his legs. Kind of changes things up, shakes things up for the Saints. Kind of like what they're doing there. If I'm a Saints fan, you got to see if it works as Taysom Hill throws in the ground in the dirt. To Raheem Shaheed.
That's the thing with Taysom Hill throwing is that it's not great.
It's gonna be 3rd and 9.
Athletic stuff you're gonna love.
Tyler Show
throwing not so much.
Yeah.
I mean it worked for one play. He got what was that, like a 25-yard run? So it definitely worked for one play, but after that defense kind of catches up a little bit.
100% there. As 3rd and 9, it looks like the Saints could be in field goal range. Might be a pretty deep field goal, but we'll see if they gain any yards here. 3rd and 9, Tyler Show in the backfield. Drops back to pass. Nearly intercepted. Gets the first down. Brandon Cooks going crazy, getting hype as that was a pretty nice jump and catch. Looking like prime Brandon Cooks on that play. Safety coming down. Trying to see who that was. Kobe Durant just kind of reads the play, jumps in front of it, and just barely misses an interception. Could have been a pick 6 First down, Saints.
Oh man, yeah, you're right on that. That might have been a pick six if he catches that. And Brandon, yeah, I mean he's getting hyped. Isn't that their first down of the game? Well, second because of the Taysom Hill run, I believe. So yeah, Quentin Lake is right there too, but I think Kobe Durant actually interfered with him trying to make the first tackle because he had to wait for Kobe Durant to get out of the way
Might have.
after he finished his dive there.
2nd and 6. Little run from Tyler Show. Didn't know he had that mobility in his game. He gains about 3 or 4 yards. Very physical run from the quarterback for the Saints as well. He's fighting for his life out here, right? I mean, this is a guy you want to see. He wants to take over as a starting quarterback for New Orleans.
Yeah, again, he's not going up against an easy defense to do this with. He's definitely going up against a tougher defense than you would hope for in someone's first start here in the NFL. And now the Saints are definitely in field goal range, even if they do not get a first down here. As long as you don't turn the ball over, the Saints are probably getting 3 points here.
3rd and 3 here. Show in the shotgun, barking out calls, hands off to his running back who gets absolutely drilled by Omar Spates, just short of the first down. So it's going to be a 4th and about maybe 2.5 yards to go. Looked like he had all the space and just absolutely smacked down by Omar Spates on that play.
All right, I can't wait to see this replay. I'm looking forward to it. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Great tackle there by Spates.
4th and 1. Saints are going for it. Tyler Show barking out calls. He may be trying to draw them off sides. Sends a man in motion. Does snap the ball. Pitches it to Alvin Kamara. There is a flag. This play is called dead. Looked like they were probably not going to get that first down. It was false start on the Saints. So they're going to bring their field goal unit out to make the game 13-3 for the Saints. Offensive lineman just trying to get out and block for this pitch.
Yeah, that was a very easy false start call there. Yeah, very obvious.
Very easy. Juan says, has Williams had 100 yards in a game yet? I don't think Kyren has had 100 yards. Now, I have seen these trade rumors, people saying that the Jets are asking for a 3rd-round pick, and I saw some Rams fans saying, go get Breece Hall for a 3rd-round pick as the field goal is up and good for the Saints. It's going to be 13-3 with 7:50 to go in the second quarter. Rams got to put up some points here for us to continue to feel comfortable, but yeah, what do you think about that, Josh? Should the Rams be frustrated with their run game? Should they go out and make a rash decision like trading for a Breece Hall, even if it does cost you a 3rd-round pick? Would you make that decision if you were Les Snead? Are you that frustrated with the run game?
I would probably say, well, you probably would have to do a 3rd-round pick because you're not going to keep Kyren and Corum and Breece Hall. That's not worth it. So one of those guys is going to have to go. I mean, if you're the Jets, the Jets are the Jets. We'll just put it that way. So, I mean, I don't know what they would want. I don't even know if they know what they want. So, if Breece Hall is if they're only asking you for a 3rd-round pick and that's it, oh, do it. That's pretty good value for Breece Hall if you're any other team. I mean, I just have a scary dream that the Chiefs are going to somehow find a way to get him, and it's going to be over for the league, which I hope that doesn't happen. So if the Rams realize it's only the Chiefs, do it to save the NFL, please. So, it's definitely a good trade. I mean, I thought about a Derrick Henry trade, potentially Kyren in a 4th to get it done. If you're, the Ravens have won 2 in a row, so I highly doubt they're going to be trading Derrick Henry now. But Breece Hall, it's an interesting trade offer. You have to see how it would work. I mean, what do you think in chat? Let's see what the chat thinks about this one, too. I want to know.
Floyd said, yes, Juan, he did in the loss to the Niners. Floyd, maybe he had 100 total yards. I'm pulling up the Google stats here. It could be wrong, Floyd. Let me know if I'm wrong here. But the closest he got to 100 rushing yards on the ground only, was 94 in a 20-attempt game versus Philadelphia. He had 4.7 yards to carry on that day. But, yeah, 94 rushing yards. In terms of just straight, flat-out rushing yards, which I think that's what Juan is asking, I don't think Kyren's gone for 100 this season. Again, Floyd, correct me if I'm wrong, but looking at the Google logs here, it looks like he hasn't had 100 in a game on the ground. So, I'm not saying that I want Breece Hall. I just think because of the value, it is kind of hard to say, like, oh, just don't even think about it. Third round pick, I think if I'm the Rams, I would do that right now. But at the same time, I do like what they have with their run game. I like that they have Kyren Williams. I like that they have Blake Corum. Is it the most dominant run game in the league? No, but does it need to be? Does it really need to be the most dominant? I mean, you look at the Dodgers, right, and just being the best at every position. Maybe that's kind of the formula you want to copy. And so if you did have Breece Hall, yeah, that kind of changes your team heavily. But Kyren's good. And I think he does what he needs to do right now for the Rams. Yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting to see them go all out. I just don't think the Rams are a team that does that, if that makes sense. I don't think they're a team that goes out and they're aggressive. Don't get me wrong, they've been aggressive in the past, but specifically benching guys like Kyren and Corum for an outside guy like Breece Hall, I just don't think they do that often.
No, I agree. That's the tough thing is that one of those guys, if you would trade for Breece Hall, one of those guys is relegated to RB3, it would probably be Corum. And I don't know if that's worth it for the Rams when you have two guys who you're already familiar with. And Breece Hall is going to be your starter, don't get me wrong, but you have to integrate him into the offense. It's easier to integrate a guy like McCreary just because the corner, you're already going, the defensive scheme is not going to change. It's not like you traded for Sauce Gardner or something like that, where you might change your defense because it's Sauce Gardner. But now, McCreary is more of a supportive piece. Or it's like if you do trade for Rashid Shaheed, that's a supportive piece. Whereas Breece Hall, it may require you to change some of your offense just with how much volume he'll tend to have on any given night.
Xavier Smith.
But it is definitely an interesting thing, for sure.
Xavier Smith smacked. He gets hit hard, but in the next play, the Rams hand it off to Blake Corum out to his right. Breece Hall, he gains about 15 to 20 yards on the outside run. Blake Corum, change of pace back, changing the pace for the Rams. He just bounces it outside, gets a couple nice blocks, and absolutely explodes for a huge gain for the Rams. Breece Hall.
I'm seeing it right now. Looking like Breece Hall right now, the way he's running inside the Saints 40. And this is a good response drive from the Rams as well after the Saints. Obviously they got a little bit of luck there with the Taysom Hill run, but this is a good response drive for sure. That you don't really get punched because again it's a Saints field goal and you're not really too concerned. But this is a drive to say, hey, we're not taking our foot off the gas whatsoever here in the first half.
Launches down the field. I'm so sorry to cut you off, Josh, but he absolutely smokes a ball down the field for 40 yards to Puka Nacua, who makes the catch. They're saying it's a touchdown. We're going to have to see the replay because they might have been falling out of bounds here, but absolutely flies this ball down the field. Puka Nacua, guy in his face, makes the catch. Does he fall in bounds? I don't know. I got to see this replay here. He makes the catch. He's up in the air. He's getting pushed. His foot's down. His hip, I think, is inbounds. This looks like it could be a touchdown as Freelancer says, MVP, Puka Nacua is back.
Yes, he is. I'm seeing the replay. Now, this is a terrible replay angle. We need the close-up angle. Please switch the angles. I don't know why. Oh, here we go. Okay, Puka foot in. He hit the pylon, so that I believe that will be a touchdown because his back hit the pylon with the ball still in bounds. So I believe that will be a touchdown.
Extra point's up. Extra point is good. Not too much review on that play. It is a touchdown for Puka Nacua. Stafford, Nacua connect in the first game back for Puka Nacua. That's what you want to see from this offense. You see Puka get high-fiving Sean McVay, getting hype, getting crazy. Puka Nacua is back, baby. He is back, and he is showing why he deserves to get those MVP chants from Freelancer. What a catch.
And who else deserves some MVP chance? Matthew Stafford does too, by the way, not just Puka.
What a throw.
Both of these guys looking like top 10 MVP. The MVP race is pretty stacked. Floyd saying, I can't believe the Rams made their extra point. Well, I can. I mean, Cardi, he had 3 attempts on the first one and made all of them. So maybe his leg was a bit tired from having to do 3 extra points. It shouldn't be because it's only an extra point distance. But still, maybe that was just a one missed kick, and he makes all of his other kicks, and we move on from it. So
what a throw. What a catch. Puka Nacua is back, and the Rams are up 20-3 in this football game, sitting very comfortable right now. Juan says, how much would Henry cost for a deep playoff run? This is my final thought on this situation. When we talk about what the Rams need to trade for, right? I said cornerback. They go out and they get Roger McCreary. I also said linebacker. They haven't done that yet. Omar Spates and Nate Landman have been doing a really good job, but again, behind them, what do you have? Troy Reeder and Sean Dolak. Love me some Sean Dolak, don't get me wrong. Do you trust Sean Dolak being your long-term starter for you in a playoff game if Nate Landman twists an ankle or something? Knock on wood, it doesn't happen, but that is my concern about the linebacker position. But when it comes to running back, say you have to deal with a game without Blake Corum, Kyren Williams can be the workload guy. If you have to deal with the game without Kyren Williams, I can see a world where you survive a game with Blake Corum and Jarquez Hunter out there. Now, we haven't seen Jarquez Hunter really this year, but I do trust.
By the way, sorry to cut you off real quick, but Jarquez Hunter, coach's decision, inactive today.
And we haven't seen him much at all this year, so I guess it is questionable to trust that. But when you're talking about trading for Derrick Henry, you're talking about trading for Breece Hall, you're not talking about depth. You're talking about getting a guy who's going to be your starter for you. And I don't think the Rams need that, if that makes sense. I wouldn't mind that. Don't get me wrong. You give me Derrick Henry, you give me Breece Hall. I'm excited if the Rams go get that. I just don't think that Les Snead and Sean McVay believe they need that, and so therefore I don't think they do that, if that makes any sense. And so if you're talking about trade candidates for the Rams within the next couple of days, which is where we're going to approach the trade deadline, I think you're looking at linebacker could be an addition for you, maybe another cornerback. You see some of these guys in the Saints. Watch out for some guys closely because there could be a trade candidate pieces here on the Saints team. But yeah, I just don't think that trading for guys like that is really what you need right now. I mean, if you go for a guy like a Tony Pollard to back up Kyren Williams, like maybe that could make some sense. But again, I don't think that the Rams believe that that's what they need, and therefore I don't think they do that.
Also, Tony, I do get the Tony Pollard name. I think he'd be a good fit, but also I highly doubt the Titans are going to trade. I know this is hypothetical, but I highly doubt in general that they're going to trade Pollard just because he's like the best running back and Cam Moore needs any type of running game to get going. Alexander in chat says, Nacua, I have him in fantasy. I needed that big game. He's been balling lately. Yeah, whenever he's healthy in fantasy, he's pretty much going to have a big game. And Floyd back again saying, I'm feeling pretty good about my 35-10 prediction. Hey, Floyd and I pretty much on par with the Rams score prediction. I had the Saints scoring 17, and we'll see if I change it. It probably won't be until the fourth quarter. If I do, if they have 3 going into the fourth quarter, then I probably will change it. But yeah, my 34 points for the Rams is very much in play here, as the Saints are going to start from the 35 with Shell here on 1st and 10.
Matthew Stafford saying hi to his family, all his kids, his beautiful daughters, all rocking, especially his wife as well, all rocking that Dodgers. Of course, who else other than Clayton Kershaw jerseys after that World Series yesterday? By the way, of course, the Rams want to have Stafford for as many years as possible, but how storybook is that going to be when you watch Matthew Stafford hoist that Lombardi trophy and say, you know what? I'm done. I'm retiring on top. And you see Stafford with his best buddy, Clayton Kershaw, both retiring at the top, at the pinnacle of their sports. Going to be very interesting to see that happen. I don't want Stafford to retire anytime soon, but if he wins a Super Bowl, it must be tempting to just say, you know what, we're hanging the cleats up here, and we're going to go ahead and go out on top just like my buddy Kershaw did.
Maybe as we have the Yamamojo there. Yeah, everyone's repping the Dodgers right now. Love to see it. By the way, Clayton Kershaw was in the pen in that 11th inning. For those of you who didn't remember, it was Sasaki and Kershaw warming up. And there was a part of me who was like, put him in for one batter. Put him in for one batter. But then I was like, wait, we have to run on third. I don't think we should. Before
I add to that, get some pressure off the edge from the safeties here for the Rams. Cameron Curl. It's going to be a punt for the Saints, 4th and 7. They're going to go ahead and call it a drive here. So the Rams in a good position to go ahead into halftime with a pretty big lead here. You're going to want to see that. But yeah, speaking on Kershaw being in the pin, I'll be honest. Love Kershaw. He's my GOAT. Watch Clayton Kershaw my entire life. He is my guy. I'm getting another jersey. You're going to frame that one, whatever you want to say. Love Clayton Kershaw. When I saw him warming up in a 5-4 baseball game with guys on, I said, please do not put Clayton Kershaw in this game. I would have loved to see Clayton Kershaw finish the game. Do not get me wrong. But it just did not feel like the right timing at that point to throw in Clayton Kershaw. Yoshinobu Yamamoto, absolutely incredible. And I want to say this to you, Josh, because you are another Josh. I saw a tweet this morning I posted on my Instagram saying, I'm going to name my son Josh, but instead of naming him Joshua, his name's going to be Joshinobu. And I thought that was hilarious. Joshinobu, whatever you want to call it. I thought that was so funny.
Maybe.
Something we might have to.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how his arm was able to do that. Basically, throw 96 pitches the day before and then go 2 2/3. I mean, I know we're talking a lot about the Dodgers, but that was just such a big game. Next week was going to be not as much Dodgers and baseball talk overall, but just because it's so fresh in everyone's minds I can't stop talking about it. I mean, Max Muncy broke out.
I'm sorry to all our St. Louis Rams fans out there who are probably diehard Cardinals fans as well. We just have to celebrate that, and I know everyone hates the Dodgers and they're the evil empire right now, and I'll be honest, I just do not care. I just do not care. I love that the Dodgers are.
I don't either. And you know what? You know what else made this World Series so great?
What?
We beat George Springer.
I got to give the guy credit, man. He played pretty well. He played pretty well being hurt, but yeah, it was nice to see us.
I can't give George Springer any credit because I never know if he's doing, you know what I mean. I never know if he has any extra help.
Well, my dad argued that the way these guys were hitting the Blue Jays, and I want to respect the Blue Jays. Salute to the Blue Jays. They all played so well. I think they were just having a magical season that the Dodgers brought to an end, but. My dad started to make some good points of like some of these guys look a little too jacked. They might be on some roids because these guys are hitting everything.
Especially Ernie. I mean, did you know who Ernie Clement was before the World Series? Serious question.
His whole roster, I didn't know, really, to be honest with you.
Well, I knew Vladdy, I knew Bichette, I knew Gausman. Like I knew like Gausman, Vladdy, Bichette. I knew George Springer was there, but like. Ernie Clement just set up. By the way, Ernie Clement set the record for the most hits, and we thought Vladdy was going to do it because Vladdy was one away from. Vladdy tied Randy Arozarena in 2020 for second, and then the next batter, Ernie Clement, broke it, and it's like
these guys were hitting like everything. I'm telling you,
literally.
The Shield of Saint Hubertus says Joshua's ! And then T says, Cardi, what's the move? He is the reason we are not undefeated. I understand that multiple players affect every game, but it's hard to believe we lose those 2 games if the field goals are made. Yeah, no, I agree with you. It's very frustrating to see this kicking game, and the Rams, in all honesty, are just not going to win a Super Bowl if you can't trust your kicker. That is the biggest thing here. One of your secret weapons is trusting the kicker. People think the kicking game is whatever, but, I mean, it's very, very important to a team winning. So, the trust in the kicker is huge, and I want this Rams team to figure that out sooner rather than later as Stafford, under center, hands off to Kyren Williams, bounces it outside for a gain of about 4 or 5 yards. It's going to be a first down with 4 minutes and 45 seconds to go in the second quarter.
And this drive, why don't you keep the ball for the whole quarter?
Yeah.
You start off with the ball in the second half as well. If you go up 28-3 at halftime, you go up 35-3, you pretty much end the game already here in the third quarter. So keep running it with Kyren. It's been working well. Corum as well. And just hold the ball. Just keep holding it. And you're really just going all over him throughout this entire game, really. So just keep doing the same things.
Run some clock for sure is ideal. Matthew Stafford under center. Hands off again to Kyren Williams. Up the middle of the field. Gains about 5 on the play. Run game looking really solid here.
Yeah, it is, and this was another one of my keys to the game. Better run game. Again, the Saints are very low ranked in terms of run defense, and the Rams obviously want to get the run game going a little bit more here. And then this is what you do. This is, unfortunately, you kind of use these lesser opponents to really kind of get your game right if you are a more contending team here.
Stafford under center again. Don't be surprised if it's a handoff on 2nd and 5. Sends a receiver in motion. Xavier Smith fakes the handoff to Kyren. Looks down the field. Drops that back. Throws up the middle. Terrence Ferguson with a nice catch and run all the way down to the 28-yard line. Terrence Ferguson, your rookie, gets a huge play on 2nd and 5. The Rams marching down the field. 3 minutes and 15 seconds to go in the second quarter.
I'm about to see this play here for myself, and I'm looking forward to this one. Let's see. So, yeah, a good fake again. I mean, just absolutely wide. Every time we throw the ball to Terrence Ferguson, something good happens. It's at some point that's going to change just because of probability. But right now, everything going right for Terrence Ferguson. I mean, maybe they were right to take the slow approach because it seems like it's been working. That he's been great every time he's gotten an opportunity. And this is what I've been saying: throw it to him on other things than just third down. And now heading into at the end of this year and next year, he will become your TE1. Just another great catch by Terrence. And this is why we drafted him. This is why McVay talks about the route tree, how we can run these routes, and he's proving it so far throughout these last few weeks.
Blake Corum just got thrown down like a rag doll from Chase Young, so that was kind of embarrassing. But 2nd and 9 here. Blake Corum does gain 1 on the play.
Ah, man.
Chase Young having a pretty good game so far. 1.5 sacks on the day. 1 forced fumble. Is that on the year or on the day? I didn't see a forced fumble today, but maybe I'm missing stuff.
That's definitely not on the day.
Stafford in the shotgun, and Chase Young makes a mistake. Oh, never mind. A ref is calling false start on the left tackle here, so going to be a little bit more than 2nd and 9 for the Rams. Going to be probably second and about...
It was last week versus Tampa. I'm just seeing the graphic now.
Okay. I was about to say. No, they said encroachment. One ref said false start. The other ref said, no, it's encroachment. Chase Young is shaking his head no. After throwing Blake Corum down like a rag doll, he gets a little too amped up and ends up with a penalty. So it's going to be a 2-minute warning, 30 to 3. Oh, never mind. They're giving the Rams 1 second. They're giving the Rams 1 second on this play after the defensive penalty.
Honestly, it's fine. We can just have the 2-minute warning. It's not like we're not in a rush.
Yeah. And they take the 1 second
off.
Might
as well just get some water now. I mean, why do we have to wait an extra second?
Yeah, they took the 1 second off. It's 2-minute warning. So
yeah, it's like why?
2-minute warning. Second quarter. 20 to 3 is your score with the Rams threatening to score yet again here. Call your shot. Rams score a touchdown. The Rams score a field goal. And who catches a touchdown? If you say touchdown, call your shot right here in the 2-minute warning. Everybody in the comments do it, and Josh Refiners, I want you to do it as well.
I'm going to call my shot right now. No one's going to catch a touchdown because Kyren is rushing it in for a touchdown.
I like that one. I like that call here. Let me get Davante Adams. Am I being selfish here to give me one more touchdown before we go into halftime? Is that selfish of me?
Yes.
Yes. What can I say? I'm a selfish guy.
I mean, I don't blame you. I can't blame you. It is a good call. It's definitely a possibility. Yeah. But we know the Josh fantasy lore continues here.
Give me another one. My team right now in my fantasy league is 7-1. I mean, we're dominant. We're dominant with points for. We're definitely getting lucky with the points against in my league, but I'm still 7-1 with my team not looking great today. So I want to make sure I get as much out of Davante Adams as possible. DK Metcalf gave me a whole point, 1.6 points today. So and my receiver too.
Wow,
so.
I am projected right now. It's a projected 1-point game right now.
Wow.
I'm Chloe Kincaid with 16 points for me. Rashee Rice scored a rushing touchdown. It's 14-10. Bills still on top for me. I do have JSN still tonight, so I have to see, but my opponent does have Trey McBride tomorrow, so I definitely want to be up by at least 10 heading into
those are
tomorrow's game.
2 huge players for you to have though left in that game. Daniel says Kyren for the run. He's agreeing with you, Josh. We'll wait and see as we're on commercial break currently, but so far, so good. I mean, this is kind of what we hoped for. This is what we wanted to see out of the Rams, and so far it's been working out really well. Rams have been playing really well today.
Yeah, they are. They've been looking great on all facets of the ball. I mean, we'll see about the special teams. Again, we've been looking great 3 out of 4 ways of or 2 out of 3, I should say, ways of the ball here. So definitely a good sign here early on is looking around the league a little bit. Raiders up 6-0 on Jacksonville. Looks like they're going to score again there before halftime as well. Now, looking at the stats of this game here at the 2-minute warning. Stafford already at 200 passing yards and 3 touchdowns, 16 for 19. And Blake Corum, 3 carries, but 26 yards, looking pretty explosive. Kyren Williams, 11 for 49. And obviously Puka, 6 for 87 and a touchdown. Terrence Ferguson, 2 for 54 on 2 targets. Looking at the defense here, Brandon Fisk leading the defense in tackles as well as sacks here.
Stafford on first down does throw it out to Xavier Smith for another first. Sorry, it was a second down. for a first down. So it's going to be 1st and 10. The Rams with 1 minute and 53 seconds to go. Clock is stopped because Xavier Smith goes out of bounds. We'll see if the Rams can get in the end zone here. 1st and 10. You're snapping the ball from about the 16-yard line. Stafford in the shotgun with a running back to his right. Sends Davis Allen in motion across the formation. Kyren Williams is that running back who fights off a tackle. Gains about 2 on the play. 2nd down for the Rams.
And by the way, Juan also agreeing with me. Rushing touchdown and Kyren Williams. So you are outnumbered here, Josh. I mean, maybe you think it into the universe and you get some more fantasy points here. If T. Diddle's saying you would actually need a kicker, so I would not count on a field goal.
I think that's kind of what Floyd was alluding to too.
I understand where you're coming from there.
Not hoping for a field goal, hoping for a touchdown if you're Floyd. As Stafford under center, 2nd and 8, sends Xavier Smith into motion, fakes the handoff, rolls to his left, throws it to Davis Allen, who stiff arms a guy. Get off me. Touchdown Rams. Davis Allen says get off me, but they're going to call a penalty. And they're going to say he grabbed the face mask of the defender on the way into the end zone. Davis Allen, just says, get off of me. But they're definitely calling this back for some kind of offensive penalty.
Let's see here. I'm looking now.
We'll love to see the replay.
Oh, yeah, that's a face mask. Yeah,
Yes. It is face
Yeah,
mask.
he knows it immediately. Yeah, he knows it immediately. That's such a clear. It's obvious when I can see it from on my couch.
Yeah.
Sometimes I see it from on my couch and the refs still don't call it. So you do never fully know there. That's unfortunate. At that point, just take the yards. We're not in a rush.
Yeah,
just take the yards.
I don't understand the grip on the
push
face
us pretty
mask.
far back.
I understand putting your hand up, but gripping the face mask I don't really get. As Davis Allen, right in front of the official, does go ahead and grip that face mask. Davante Adams was a little bit frustrated with him, in a positive teammate way. But they're going to put the camera on Adams. You know what that means. It's his time. Davante Adams, hopefully, with a touchdown here. As Stafford trying to draw them off sides, the Rams need to catch their breath. 1 minute and 9 seconds to go. They're just going to wait for the clock to go down and call their first timeout here. So 1 minute and 9 seconds in the second quarter. The Rams, 2nd 15, going to snap this ball from about, I think they were at within the red zone here. So within the 20-yard line, but going to be a little bit further out than they want to be. So we'll see. You still think you run for Kyren Williams? You're a little far out for a Kyren Williams touchdown, rushing touchdown.
Well, not yet. I'm sure we're going to do some passes, but I do think if it gets to 1st and goal, you got around 20 seconds left potentially at that point. You're maybe around the 4-yard line. Just have Kyren run it in. You take your extra point. And then the Saints take a knee because you only have around 7 seconds left, and you go into halftime. So there's definitely still a possibility there.
Agreed with you there. As 2nd and 15, 1 minute and 9 seconds. Stafford in the shotgun with a running back right behind him. They're just outside the red zone, by the way, 21-yard line. Puka Nacua in motion across the formation. Stafford snaps the ball as it hits 0. He runs out to his right with a lot of pressure in his face. Stafford has to throw this football away. It's going to be 3rd and 15 for the Rams. 1 minute and 3 seconds to go.
Yeah, this is not ideal here. Obviously, you're in very makeable field goal range, but obviously with the kicking situation, you definitely don't know for sure. And I'm going to see this pressure here right now. Yeah, they got to him pretty easily. Chase Young there as well as Taylor. Yeah, just throw it away. Don't risk anything.
Look like some Saints defenders talking smack to Matthew Stafford. Don't want to wake up the beast. Don't know what they're doing here. I think it's the guy, I forgot his name, that you wanted the Rams to trade for. But Stafford in the shotgun, 3rd and 15, snaps the ball, looks down the field. Did they wake the beast up? He throws it downfield, lofts it up, intercepted, incomplete. Almost intercepted.
Oh, all right. That's that. Oh, okay. And another little wrinkle in this game, Brandon Staley, former Rams D coordinator, is now the Saints D coordinator, also a former Charger head coach for them as well, as we're going to see. I'm about to see this almost interception here.
Josh Riccardi is going to be out there for the field goal.
Oh, I was nowhere close to Terrence Ferguson.
Three guys.
That was Stafford's really first bad throw of the day there.
Cardi lines up a 39-yard field goal attempt. Everybody in the stadium is holding their breath as he is nearly blocked, and he just misses it wide right. Not even close. Nearly blocked. Obviously, a guy in your face. Definitely why you missed, but it didn't hit him. It didn't hit the defender at all. Cardi just misses wide right.
Hey, by the way, the fan did catch the ball. I'm just saying.
Not even close.
No, but watch did you see the replay? The fan catches the ball, though. So that is the cool part of the kick there.
I'm running away, right? You got to run out of the stadium. You got to leave. Do you leave the game in that situation if you catch the football? Do you run?
Isn't it a dead ball anyway?
They said that. No, I'm saying they say that if you kick a ball into the stands, the NFL wants the ball back because of the technology they have in the football. Show drops back to pass after that missed field goal. Now he's all of a sudden going to be on fire. He snaps the ball to Shaheed for the first down. 1st and 10, 48 seconds to go. Saints call their first timeout. 2 timeouts left. If you're the Rams, I want 0 points for the Saints here before this. We hit halftime. After you could have been up 23-3. The missed field goal is just. What are we doing? What are we doing? We need to figure this out this week.
No, by the way, but I do want to say that's also in the blocking. How did he get around the edge like that? Like you said it right away. I mean, that's not on Cardi if someone gets around the edge.
But he didn't
Cardi
touch it.
Can't control that.
He didn't touch it. I know Cardi can't, maybe it threw him off, but kick the field goal. If he blocks it, then it's not your fault. But now you missed it and you didn't even touch the defender. Now it's your fault. Randy Rips throws the emoji.
It is, but also he can't get around untouched. I mean, that's inexcusable.
Randy Rips is RIP Tucker Kraft. He has him in fantasy, buddy of mine. As Tyler Show launches down the field to Raheed Shaheed, incomplete, but nearly a 60-yard catch from Raheed Shaheed.
That's what he does. That's what Shaheed does. That is his game. I'm about to see. Tyler Show, by the way, 5 for 10 now, was just 38 yards passing here in this first half. Not necessarily a great showing for him.
2nd and 10 here.
Shaheed had Forbes beat. But he just overthrew him there.
Exactly. Forbes got up and celebrated. You know how quarterbacks are. When a quarterback overthrows their receiver.
Yep. 2nd
and 10. Tyler Show in the shotgun. Alvin Kamara to his left. Snaps the ball over the middle of the field. He does throw it to his tight end. It looked like is that Juwan Johnson with a catch, about 5-yard gain. It is Juwan Johnson. It is 36 seconds left. Second timeout for the Saints. They are just killing their timeouts, not really gaining too much here. Here we go again, says, who has an easier paycheck on the Rams besides Blackburn? Yeah. I mean, I don't want to call Josh Riccardi's paychecks easy. I mean, he's probably stressing every single week now with how much he's missing.
I mean, Blackburn, I don't know if Blackburn should have many more paychecks from the Rams. I'll just put it that way.
And it sucks.
How does that guy get around the edge? You still have to kick and make the field goal, I understand, but he should not be getting around the edge untouched.
Yeah.
You couldn't at least push him back one time before he gets around?
Third and 2 here. Tyler Show drops back to pass. A little bit of pressure off the edge. Throws it down the field. Finds a receiver down the field. It is Chris Olave. Gets the nice first down catch. Tyler Show telling him, let's get up. Let's spike it as Byron Young actually off the edge. Nearly gets to Tyler Show. Tyler Show does snap the ball with 18 seconds left and does clock it. So the Saints are going to get at least 3 here, barring any kind of craziness from the Rams, which at this point... Is that
Olave's first catch of the game, by the way?
Yes, Chris Olave's first catch of the game.
Wow. They've been doing a great job on Olave, and you're right about Byron Young. Got around again, but you kind of just overran it a little bit. And I believe that was that was Tyler Date. That was Kobe Turner that tried to intercept the spike. Someone's going to do it at some point. They're going to intercept that. Someone's going to do it.
Tyler Show drops back to pass. Byron Young, oh my goodness. Byron Young just caught a body, and they're calling it a flag. Byron Young just murdered Tyler Show, and they're going to throw a flag, and they're going to say it's roughing the passer, and that is soft. NFL, what are we doing?
Let's see here. I'm about to see it. Byron Young, he looks ready.
Byron Young just obliterated Tyler Show.
No, that's not roughing. There was no. There was no head-to-head contact.
Oh, my goodness. I mean, his helmet may have hit his helmet.
But there wasn't, because he led with his helmet, though.
It's so tough. What are you supposed to do if you're Byron Young? He wants to crack the quarterback, man. Helmet's a helmet. The helmet does.
Here we go again. Says helmet to helmet.
The helmet does hit his helmet. I mean, that's the definition of the rule, right? Helmet's a helmet. His helmet hits his helmet.
I mean, yeah, actually, yeah, it does. So I mean, I guess it, but actually, it hits the helmet first. Actually, on the play. So
Tyler Show is still in the game. 1st and 10, drops back to pass and shotgun. Byron Young says, "Give me another one." Doesn't get it. Juwan Johnson for the touchdown. Juwan Johnson, Saints. Touchdown, Saints. What an athletic play from the tight end. Catches the ball and says, "Get out of my way." Jumps through the defenders and catches a touchdown. The Rams should be up 23-3. Instead, it's 20-10. This football game all of a sudden is kind of a game because of some just foolishness by the Rams special teams.
Yeah. Yeah, that's really all that it boils down to here is there's some bad plays by the special teams. Again, the face mask on Davis Allen too. That was another play where you had a touchdown opportunity that you just did not get. And then now with this, it's just not ideal. I mean, Juwan Johnson is just such a big player. He's been that way ever since he got in the NFL. That's really what he's been doing throughout his career. And that is Tyler Show's first touchdown. So congrats to Tyler Show on getting his first NFL touchdown. It's a great moment for anybody.
Defensively, what are you playing for, right? You're kind of just like letting him get that catch, and then what? I mean, I don't really know what Nate Landman was doing out there in coverage. And then on top of that, fine, he sits there, he makes the catch, at least make the tackle, make them use a timeout. Instead, it's 20-10. Look, the Rams still have this game in control as they're going to get the football coming back out of halftime, but very frustrating way to end this first half. Not an ideal way at all. And you look at the Saints, right? One of the worst teams in the league, if not the worst team in the league. And are they even kind of worried when their kicker goes out there? No. Their special teams unit, they go out there, they kick their extra points, they do their job. I don't understand why it's like incredibly like pulling teeth for the Rams every time they kick a field goal. It's I've never seen this bad. I've never seen a special teams unit this bad. Kicking unit, at least.
The Packers have had some pretty bad ones back in the day.
This is just ridiculous, though.
Yeah, it is. Every time they kick a field goal, us in chat, us on stream, you in the chat, we're all, hoping that it's a good kick. And that can't keep happening. I mean, at this point, outside of Younghoe Koo, who else are you really going to go for?
I really don't know, and that's the biggest frustration. This is after the bye week. Like, this is after you had a week to clean up your mistakes. You had an extra time, and you still are not fixing these issues. No excuses. Everyone's out. The coach is out. The kicker's out. Special teams guys. Some of you guys are going to the practice squad. We're calling up some other practice squad linemen or whatever to block. You got to clean house. If you got to fix this now.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know about. I think you have to do one at a time. I think you have to either do the coach or the kicker. And then it says, Carlos, of course, back in the chat. How much longer do they keep this guy? He's the worst kicker in football. What about the pathetic secondary? The secondary has not been pathetic at all.
Yeah. Chris Olave, one catch.
What terrible defensive calls have there been, Carlos?
Yeah. No, I'll agree with you, Carlos, on the stuff about the kicking team. But anything else, I think the Rams have been playing pretty well so far today. Jay says this is getting effing annoying as F. Just start going for it. I don't care if they don't convert. Yeah, I mean, and that's the issue. That's the issue with what's happening with this special teams unit. If you can't trust your special teams, you can't trust your kicking team, then all of a sudden the offense is going to have to start going for it, and that's not a position you want to put them in, dangerous-wise, physically. Like, you're putting Stafford and Puka and guys like that in danger, and that's not what you want to see here. As here we go again to simply do by hitting him too hard. Helmet was okay, yeah. So just the helmet-to-helmet contact comment there. I hear you. Here we go again. Yeah, man. Frustrating way to end the first half, but let's not get too down on this team. I think here's the silver lining. Let's be positive for a second. Silver lining is because the special teams unit is bad again. Now they almost have to do something about it, right? And if they don't, they're just being stubborn, right? If they don't do something about the kicking game now, they're being stubborn, and that is frustrating, and that's not what you want the Rams to be. So it's going to be a lot of questions to be asked after this football game, and if they don't make any changes, it's going to be very frustrating for a lot of Rams fans. As T says, you may have to go that route. Going for it is better than Cardi. Ridiculous. Yeah, agree.
Yeah, it is. Unfortunately, it is. Unfortunately, that is most likely going to end up being the right call there, that you end up just needing to go for every single little thing here.
As we sit here, approaching halftime, I think halftime already, right? It is halftime.
Yeah, we are.
20-10, you're at the half for the Rams. Rams will get the football back. Looking around the league, that game of the week, it feels like Kansas City versus Buffalo. Looks like Buffalo is in the red zone with a 14-10 lead over Kansas City. Dalton Kincaid, I just traded for him in one of my main leagues. 3 catches, 75 receiving yards with a receiving touchdown. He's in the red zone right now currently. Brian Thomas Jr. for me. I don't know why I'm talking about my fantasy team, but I meant to say he's not playing super well. But the Jacksonville Jaguars are down 3-6 at halftime versus the Las Vegas Raiders. Who else we have here around the league? Any other scores you want to update currently? Oh, man.
Let me look at
those 3 points from Cam Little, by the way, was an absolute record kick. 68-yard field goal to go down 3-6 to the Buffalo Bills. I'm sorry, the Buffalo Bills. To the Las Vegas Raiders. So shout out to Cam Little for breaking a record today.
Well, he also, I'm seeing it now. Wow. Yeah, that was easily good. He hit the 70-yarder in preseason as well, by the way, if a lot of people did forget that here. Yeah, 3-6 there, 14-10. Obviously, Seahawks Commanders. If Jaden Daniels is playing, that should be a good game. If not, the Seahawks are probably going to run away with that one. I mean, the Panthers come out on top of the Packers, by the way, have not looked great, and that was the second touchdown of the Bills game with their running back getting in the end zone there. Patriots sneak away from the Falcons 24-23, and yeah, the Vikings played a lot better than I thought they would earlier today against the Lions. JJ McCarthy had a pretty good game. He had 143 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 2 rushing touchdowns, and a rushing touchdown as well. It started him in fantasy. Got some nice fantasy points there. Goff was good on the ground, but Jahmyr Gibbs, 9 carries, 25 yards, gave me a nice 5.6 points. So really like that today for my fantasy team.
That sounds pretty good for you. I'm going back to the chat here for a second. Here we go again. It says, screw it. Trade mid-season for Taysom Hill for a 5th and use him to go for 2 each time. Pretty good.
Honestly, maybe.
At this point. Tulip says, worst kicker in the league, bruh. And then, let's see. Here we go again. It says, I just saw the Jags field goal. WTF. Must be nice, huh? Here we go again. Must be nice. Juan says, we might have to go for 2 every time. Agree there. Cam Little's kick, Jay Nichols says, would have been good from 75 to 78. Plenty of distance. Incredible kick from Cam Little.
Yeah, it did.
Carlos, we see you popping off, but we're going to ignore some of these messages. Just too many messages right now. Meanwhile, Tulip says, our kicker can't make a 20-yard field goal. T says, I hope the media asks some tough questions after the game about the kicking situation. Is going to be addressed moving forward. A change has to happen. We have the means to make a Super Bowl run, and that is the thing here. You are in a position to compete for a Super Bowl. Why are you letting the kicking game be an issue for so long? That is the question.
Yeah, it is. It is. It's a question that we're going to have to answer. I'm sure there's going to be some more questions about it because that Niners game, again, you're a couple field goals away in that game as well as from that game as well. Looking at the halftime report, I don't know if you're watching it right now, Josh, but did Julian Edelman dye his hair blonde? Or is he just going gray? Because if he dyed the hair blonde, I'm not feeling
showing
it.
Rams highlights. I don't know. It might be dyed hair.
I'm not feeling it.
It's not bad, but
it's not. I mean, obviously, Rams fans, we have some bad memories of Julian Edelman after that juggling catch. Well, that was the Falcons game, actually. That was the Falcons game where he made that amazing catch. And Mr. Yort said kicker tryouts after this. I mean, there is a kicker I know who can make some field goals. You guys, you may not like this, but Outside of Ngweku, there's one more name I can think of, Josh,
Can I
and it's
guess?
outlandish.
Can I guess?
Yes.
Odell Beckham Jr.?
No.
I thought you were going
No,
that
no,
route.
no. For kicker, no. For kicker,
I know. I thought you were going that route. Like just like he kicked the field goal before. So
no. Kicker. I don't know if everyone in chat knows who this is. Josh, you probably do. Destroying. Get him out there.
no, definitely not.
It's better than
Absolutely not.
Cardi.
Absolutely
It's
not.
better than Cardi. Blankenship could be good too.
Yeah, I mean he's been trying to post on social media himself, like making some kicks. So
Yeah, I mean, hey, would destroying be worse than Cardi right now? Think about it.
yes,
Justin Tucker, unfortunately, due to reasons we're not going to talk about, no.
yeah. I
If there were
mean
no reasons not to talk about, then I would be all over that.
the
But
Rams.
unfortunately, it's a no.
The Rams are too good of an organization to go that route and go with Justin Tucker, take the chances of being looking bad in the media route. Unfortunately, not unfortunately. I mean, whatever, but they won't do that, obviously. And then Mike says Rodrigo Blankenship. I
No.
like that idea. I mean, let him try out at least for the team. At least show us you're looking at kickers. Yeah, no, I mean yeah. Again, it's just kind of foolish. It's like kind of like almost like comedic for the Rams to at this point not address that situation, right? And I understand that Sean McVay is very good at being the type of coach to say, you know what, we love our guys, we trust our guys, and we're gonna roll with what we have out there. But they admitted that they needed to change, right, when it came down to trading for Roger McCreary. I think they realized, okay, well, dang, if Darius Williams is out, now we're actually kind of cooked, right? So maybe we do need to go get a Roger McCreary. So they've acknowledged that they needed to make a change in that facet. And so hopefully they can now look inward and now acknowledge that they need to make a change in special teams. Like we said, okay, if you really want to say Josh Riccardi's your guy, if you really want to say we trust and believe in Josh Riccardi, foolish, I think, a little bit, but then we need to fire the coach. And I think it's a valid criticism to let go of the coach when your team starts out of the bye week with back-to-back penalties on their extra points to start the game, and then a horribly missed field goal, not even blocked because of how bad the blocking was. Like literally unblocked field goal attempt that ends up being missed wide right. I just don't really understand not making a change in one or the other way.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to fire Blackburn first and then see if Cardi gets better, I can see that option too, because you're not going to do both at the same time. There's Blankenship. Youngway is on a practice squad right now. That's another option. If you wanna bring it in, and then Levi said, I've seen my high school class D2 8-man quarterback make a 39-yard field goal. I mean, again, at the NFL level, it's a lot more difficult to make a field goal because you have the best of the best football athletes in the world coming at you, and you have to be perfect with your snap count and everything. But I understand what you mean, that he was like, if he missed a 69-yard field goal, I'd be like, all right, whatever, that's a record distance, fine. But yeah, 39 yards you have to make, especially being in good weather conditions at SoFi. There's no weather. And then JLM says Chase Blackburn must go. I think you can start there if that's what you really want to do, and say Cardi's your guy for now. And I don't know what you would do. I mean, do you draft another kicker next year in the 6th or 7th round? Like, is that worth it for you? Because if Cardi's bad the whole year, then and you fire Blackburn, then it clearly wasn't a Blackburn problem. It was a Cardi problem. So you kind of have a double-edged sword here, that you could have a double problem, or you have to figure out if it's one or the other.
Yeah. I truly don't know. I just ultimately, like people are saying in the comments, if nobody's cut and fired on special teams by next week, Blackburn has photos of McVay's. I'm not going to get into the details on that. Here we go again. But yeah, I mean, there's something weird going on then if you're not going to make a change at this point. It's and if it's not anything weird, it's just kind of like, again, being dumb and stubborn. And I don't ever want to call the Rams coaching staff that or front office that, but it just doesn't make sense. It's inexcusable to not make a change after this week. Mr. Yours at Jags, longest field goal in history. Must be nice. You have a troll. That's awesome. You know you have something good when you have a troll. That's JLM talking probably about Carlos in the chat all day. Levi says, I have seen my high school class D2 8-man quarterback make a yard field goal. Wow. So you're saying, Levi, that you were with, wait, what? Oh, he's just saying he's seen his kick back in high school, D2. He's seen his quarterback make a 39-yard field goal, and yet our guy, Josh Riccardi, can't make a field goal. Chase Blackburn must go, JLM says. Cardi was 29 for 34 last year, perfect in playoffs, 32 for 36 extra points. Yeah, I mean, again, I don't want to put it all on Josh Riccardi. I think it's probably kind of distracting to kick a field goal when there's a guy in your lap. But at the same time, if you don't get blocked, you got to make the kicks. That's pretty much what you get paid for. And he has not been doing that right now.
Yes.
Mr. York says this has gone out of hand.
Mr. York saying this has gone out of hand, holding the team down. It is holding the team down. It is.
Yeah. Flat out is.
It is. No other way to put it. It's holding the team down. As they do have the second half coming back here, the Rams are going to start with the ball. What do you want to see from the Rams starting off with this half here, Josh?
Well, the good thing is there's not much to change, right? I think the Rams have been doing pretty well on offense, pretty good on defense. That last drive wasn't pretty, but okay, it was a kind of a wonky situation, especially after you don't expect your kicker to miss a field goal. So it hurts, and the team was kind of rattled, and it showed. And Tyler showed, hey, he put together a good drive. They have a good offensive coordinator. He's got some talented receivers that he finally hit on that drive. Talking about Chris Olave, Juwan Johnson. They're good players. They're good players. Not just okay, they're pretty good players. So they were going to make some things happen on offense. I don't want to see them score more than 17 points in this game if I'm the Rams. So I would love to see them hold them to 7 points or less in the rest of this game. And then for the Rams on offense, continue getting other people involved, right? Run the football with Kyren Williams. Run the football effectively with Blake Corum. And then get everyone involved, including your rookie, Terrence Ferguson. Like Josh said, everything he catches turns to gold, it feels like. So keep targeting the rookie. Let him get opportunities on the field. That's what I want to see.
Yeah, I think that's the right way to go. And that's going to head, I believe that's going to be out of bounds in the end zone. So it's going to go to the 35. Yeah, hopefully that didn't go out with the 1. I don't think it did because they're not heading over to the 1-yard line here. But yeah, this is a key drive now for the Rams. All of a sudden, you have a bit more of a game than you thought you would have. As we have, I believe, a guy in a Cowboys jersey behind. He's an Eagles buddy. Okay. We have an Eagles jersey right there, I believe.
I've been to a lot of SoFi games.
Sean McVay's interview.
A lot of SoFi games last couple of years. A lot of people show up. Fans in general show up with different jerseys, especially the tailgate. A lot of different jerseys out at the tailgate at Rams games. There's so many different fans in LA that are fans of different teams. As you see on the first pickup of the first play of the first play of the second half, Kyren Williams gained 7 yards on the run. Davante Adams jogging off the field here for the 2nd and 3. Could be a run with Blake Corum. We'll wait and see. Stafford under center, 2nd and 3. Does hand off to Corum, who bounces it outside. Does get stuffed and gains about 1, maybe half a yard. But forward progress, they may give him the full yard. It'll be 3rd and 2, maybe 3rd and 3 for the Rams early in this second half.
Yeah, this is going to be a must convert 3rd down. And TD saying he wants another field goal attempt today, bring in another kicker for extra points or go for 2. Made the statement, now we're moving in a different direction. Yeah, I there's no other kicker to bring in. That's the problem. So you would be going for 2 every time.
Stafford in the shotgun, brings Corum into motion in to the backfield with him. Barking out plays, looking like an all-out blitz for the Saints. They drop back into coverage. Stafford looks, quick pass to Davante Adams, who just drops down right past the sticks for a first down Rams.
All right, I'm about to see the play here for myself.
The veteran just finds the sticks, stops at them, turns around, and says, give me the ball, and I'm going to drop down and avoid the hit. Perfect execution from Stafford and Adams.
Yeah, I don't blame him there. Drop down, avoid it, get the first down, keep the drive going again. Score a touchdown on this drive and show that you're back in business.
Blake Corum is in the backfield. Stafford under center on 1st and 10. 12:55 to go. It looks like Terrence Ferguson in motion. Fake the handoff to Corum. Deep ball down the field. Stafford to Adams, not caught. Absolute rocket launch from Matthew Stafford. He says, let's put ourselves up in this football game, and just launches it I mean, 60 yards down the field, nearly intercepted just off of the diving attempt, but Stafford just a little bit of an underthrow, I guess you would call that, to Davante Adams.
Let's see. I'm looking now. I don't know if that's an underthrow. That was just, I feel like that wasn't an underthrow. That wasn't a terrible throw, but it just wasn't a great throw. It was kind of a no man's land throw. It was kind of
exactly. Didn't put the ball where he
towards
wanted.
Reed. Reed actually had a chance to pick that off there, but he went through his hands.
Stafford in the shotgun. The blitz off the edge is picked up. He finds Colby Parkinson, who just lowers his shoulder, but only gains 8 yards on the play. 3rd and 2 here. He doesn't gain anything after he lowers his shoulder, but Colby Parkinson, nice catch and run after Stafford was blitzed off the edge. A little bit of a high snap there. Stafford saves it. Going to be 3rd and 2. 12:18 to go in this third quarter. I am all over the place with my quarters. Third quarter.
It's okay.
12 minutes to go. 3rd and 2. They're still in the huddle, so we're going to see what the play call is as the Rams may have to take a timeout here.
Already?
Yeah.
Oh, that was a very high snap. Now that I'm seeing that again. Wow.
The Rams, unfortunately, take their first timeout here. Don't think they were prepared to call that play. McVay doesn't look happy to do so, but hey, call the timeout. Hopefully it's not a close game down at the end of this game.
No. You don't think it will be, but at this point, you still never know.
3rd and 2. What are you thinking here for the Rams? What's your call? Run, pass?
I would say I have a little bit of I know what I like to do on 3rd and 4th down. I like my little trick plays.
Wildcat Terrence Ferguson. That's what Josh will call.
No, I am not calling Wildcat. I'm calling Xavier Smith jet sweep first down.
Okay. I've
given up on my Wildcat Tyler Higbee play. I've given up on it.
I'm a simple guy to run up the middle or play action, throw to a tight end. Stafford is under center. Looks like it's going to be a run here. We'll wait and see. 3rd and 2. He does hand off straight up the middle to, looks like Blake Corum. Yes, it is Blake Corum, and he gets the first down. Simple play. Just run up the middle. We're better than you. We're better than you. And we're going to show you. That's what I like. Mr. York called for the screen. Not a screen, but still a first down nonetheless. Good call, though. That would have been an interesting play call. 1st and 10 here. Passing yards, 200, over 200 on the day already for the Rams. A lot less than that for the Saints. Stafford in the shotgun, sends a man in motion. That is Davis Allen. They are going to hand off again to Blake Corum, who actually bounces the opposite way. Matthew Stafford blocks for him so he can gain 4 or 5 yards. Completely reverses the field, and Stafford says, I'll block for you. Makes a nice block as Blake Corum gets 3 or 4 yards. You love to see your quarterback, 37 years old, says, get out of my way. Come this way, Blake Corum. I got you. For not a first down, but 2nd and 6 for the Rams.
Okay, Stafford. And Stafford was showing us something. Did you see the wheels on Stafford to get to that block, by the way? He was moving a little bit there.
He looked good. And he needed that block, by the way. He would not gain 4 yards if he didn't get that block. Stafford, under center this time, sends Puka Nacua in motion to his right. They fake the handoff. A lot of pressure in Stafford's face. He is not going to get out of this one. He is sacked. As a Saints defender, looks like he picked up a football. Don't know how he has a football in his hand. There was a flag on the play as well. A bunch happened right now, so we'll wait and see.
Maybe this is roughing the passer too.
You see the defender here on the interior. Stafford, play action, gets hit. Ball comes out after he hits the ground. I'm not anticipating a roughing the passer call. Looks like a clean tackle. Don't know what the flag was, so we'll wait and see on that. Maybe they picked it up. It's 3rd and 11 for the Rams after the sack.
So they picked it up, okay. Because I was going to say, I didn't see a flag on either team here.
Manuel says, because we're better than you, we're going to show you why. Nice call, Josh. Appreciate you, Manuel. I'm trying to cook a little bit here.
Hey, I had my call with Fisk. You have your call now with the first down. So...
wish I knew what the ref just said, but I don't. So Looks like the Saints are going to challenge this one. So Stafford, he's falling down. Oh, no. The ball actually does wobble in his hand before he hits the ground. I think he still had possession, but it's kind of a good challenge by the Saints. You watch the replay, you let me know what you see. This could be a fumble recovered by the Saints. Would not be ideal at all for the Rams. Actually kind of scary. It's 20-10.
Let's see.
The Rams have the football on their own side.
Oh, he's down. He's down before that ball comes out.
The ball was wobbling a little bit.
I mean, it was clearly in his hand, though.
You know how these rules are sometimes.
Well, I know how these refs are. That's what I do now.
Especially when it comes to the Rams this season. I mean, have we not seen worse calls be overturned or not called at all, I guess?
Well, the worst missed call of the season, I don't know if you saw this last week, was the Jalen Hurts no-call fumble in the tush-push. Did you see that one?
I did not see that.
Oh, look it up after the game. You might
now.
punch your computer. It's the most obvious fumble I've ever seen, and the refs say that because they blew or something. It was a really weird explanation, but it was a clear and obvious fumble. Just like there was a clear and obvious fumble return touchdown for the Rams that the refs did not call earlier on in the season. So we actually should already have a defensive touchdown. I forget who said that in chat, but we should already have one.
There was no whistle on that play. You could hear the whistle. You see the fumble.
Yep.
Wow.
So you see what I mean? That was a clear fumble.
Call. That's a bad
clear
call.
Fumble, right?
That's actually you're right. I was going to argue with you and say that the San Francisco game of the Rams, the fumble not being called was kind of insane, but that is an egregious call from the refs.
This is why the tush push will be banned. And then it said, "Do you smell what the Josh is cooking?" from MM's Jr.
I like that call, Manuel. I like that call. Here we go. We're coming back here out of the timeout. We'll see what you guys call it in the chat. If you guys are watching this game, is it a fumble? Is it not a fumble? Josh is not a fumble. I'm going to say it's not a fumble, but I'm nervous that the ball might have been moving a little bit.
Oh, I mean, if that's the Eagles, that's a no fumble plus like 5 extra yards. So.
Oh, knees down. Knees down. We're good. We're good.
Yeah, that is definitely. Yeah.
2 timeouts remaining for each team in this second half. 9 minutes and 51 seconds to go. Stafford in the shotgun on 3rd and 11. Drops back to pass. Throws down the field. Wide open. Davante Adams spinning, trying to get some more yards. He's only going to gain to about the 30, but incredibly huge catch for the Rams. Stafford down the field. Wide open to Davante Adams.
Amazing play there. And also another thing to note on the challenge is since the Saints are wrong, they do lose their timeout. Now both teams down a timeout early here in this third quarter.
Incredible catch. Tried to get some more after the catch here from Adams, but he's at 4 receptions, 55 receiving yards on a touchdown. That's what you like to see from your receiver 2, who's basically a receiver 1A, 1B. It's what we should say. Stafford in the shotgun, hands this one off to Blake Corum, who's going to try to bounce it outside. Does get around the defender, gains about 4 yards on the play. So it's going to be 2nd down and 6 yards to go with 9 minutes to go in this third quarter.
Yeah, again, Davante making a nice play. I think the spinning actually kind of ended up in the same spot anyways. But hey, I don't blame him as I'm about to see this Corum run here. Blake Corum, by the way, showing some nice side-to-side movement and juke moves all throughout this game so far.
Yeah, he's looking good. He's moving good, looking good. Rob Havenstein also getting some highlights here with his daughters. He's been looking good out there today, looking healthy. That's definitely the important key there.
Yes, that is definitely the most important thing for him.
Under center, 2nd and 6. Hands off to Kyren Williams, who bounces it out left. It's Blake Corum, actually, who's shifting, jumping and jamming all the way around. Gets a 1st down and a little bit more. Incredible run from Blake Corum. Breece Hall who?
I mean, I wouldn't be mad if they got Breece Hall, but it's not necessary. Blake Corum is good, though. Let's see what he gets. He gets the 1st down and a little more.
Just shifty.
Giving Kyren some nice rest here. I wouldn't be surprised, though, if in the red zone, Kyren does come back in.
Kyren right now is standing on the sideline with his helmet in his hand. So Blake Corum's drive, it looks like 9 and 17 are really starting to gel. I agree with you, T. As Stafford fakes the handoff. No, does hand it off to Blake Corum, who gains about 2 on the 1st and 10 run from the 18, 19-yard line. So it's going to be 2nd and 9 here. The Rams are in the red zone. 7 minutes and 20 seconds to go in this third quarter.
Yeah, I mean, this is another touch. You got to get a touchdown here. I would just say must score normally, but now you have to get a touchdown and probably a 2-point conversion attempt.
Kyren Williams is the running back out there on the field now. 7 minutes to go in this third quarter. 2 timeouts for each team remain. Shotgun formation for Stafford. 2 receivers to his right, 2 receivers to his left. Sends Tyler Higbee out wide right. Stafford drops back, looks Higbee's way, goes back over the middle for Davante Adams. A nice physical catch. Every Saints defender says incomplete. And the refs agree. We'll have to watch this replay here. I thought it looked like he caught the football. Let's wait and see. Adams turns, looks, catches, and drops it. 3rd and 9 here. Adams probably should have made that catch. Great defense here for the defender to come in and just kind of rip the ball out. Ball does hit the ground clearly.
Does he drop that?
Yeah.
Let's see. Seeing the replay now.
3rd and 9. Ball at the 15-yard line. Stafford in the shotgun sends a running back in motion. Now receiver Puka Nacua in motion to his right. Stafford drops back, looks up wide to Puka. Puka makes the catch right at the first down marker, but they're going to mark him about an inch or 2 short of the first down. It's going to be 4th and 1 here. Great catch.
Oh, let's see about the spot. I'm about to see this. Let's see about the spot, though.
Just a great catch from Puka Nacua. Great tackle from number 1 on the Saints defense here, as Puka had to jump up to get that football. If he got even just an inch more, it's a first down. So 4th and 1 here. 6 minutes to go in the third quarter. 20-10 is your score. Rams are up. Stafford under center. Maybe a handoff here. We'll see. They get the handoff to Puka Nacua coming around the wide from the right side. He runs to his left, and he gets the first down. He looks like he's a little bit hurt, though. And I don't want to see this, but he does land very hard on his shoulder. He should be okay, but it looks like he might have a little bit of a stinger on his shoulder. So he's going to go to the sideline and talk to the coaching staff. He's not moving his right arm too much, so I'm interested to see what his right shoulder is looking like. First,
that's not a good sign here.
No. 1st and goal. Stafford under center here. Sends a tight end in motion. He just throws a fade route one-on-one to Davante Adams, who makes the catch because he is on my fantasy team. That's why he makes the catch.
Yeah, if he wasn't on your fantasy team, I'm telling you now, he would have dropped it.
One-on-one coverage. It doesn't matter. Why would you even do that? The safety was kind of there, actually, but it doesn't even matter. Davante Adams says, just give me the football. I mean, what are we doing? This guy's half my size.
Yeah, that's Kool-Aid McKinstry, the rookie. And yeah, Adams in front of a bunch of Cooper Kupp jerseys, actually, while he celebrates.
I got to break this to you. Sorry. I want to let Josh talk a little bit here because I've been talking this whole drive, but Puka Nacua is on his way to the locker room.
Oh.
He is grabbing at his right shoulder is just not really, his right arm is kind of hanging down. He's not really letting it move, and he's kind of like holding his chest. So I'm a little bit concerned that his shoulder could have popped out. I'm really praying it wasn't some type of more serious injury than that. I think it might be a right shoulder injury for Puka Nacua. He is in the locker room right now. Kyren Williams, I don't believe is injured. He was out there on the last drive. But Kyren Williams...
Sorry, but let's see if he makes it. He does.
He does. Very, very concerned about Puka Nacua right now. You didn't want to go into this game without Puka Nacua, but you didn't want to come out of this game without Puka Nacua, right? If that makes sense. You wanted him to play today, but you didn't want him to leave it injured. So, going to have to hold our breath and wait for an update on Puka Nacua. He's a tough football player, but he looked like he was dealing with some pain there. So, we'll wait and see on that update. But how did you feel about that drive, Josh, after I just was hogging up the time there?
I mean, yeah, I felt pretty good about it overall, for sure. Definitely feeling good, feeling good. Obviously, Puka being hurt at the end of it is not what you want at all, especially him just going straight back to the locker room is not great whatsoever. So we're gonna have to wait and see on his injury to make sure that it's nothing too serious. Besides, Xavier Worthy get hurt earlier this year on when he ran into Travis Kelce on that route down in Brazil in that Chargers game. He missed a couple games with that separated shoulder injury. So we'll see what this injury ends up being. Different type of injury mechanism for Puka. I only know that term because I've seen some videos and doctors tend to like the term injury mechanism, that does matter a little bit. So we'll see exactly what this means.
Dr. Josh out here. I like it.
I am not a certified doctor. Let me make that clear. I've watched this guy. I don't know if you've ever seen his channel, Brian Suter, MD.
Manuel says,
Where,
does anyone
he-
remember the Bounty Gate? I do remember this. I think that's what it was called
Yes.
when the Saints players were getting paid to hurt the offense. Yeah, I remember that. I will say, Manuel, I don't want to throw those accusations out there, especially because just watching the play, I think Puka just got really hit hard on the right side there. That's why I'm thinking it is a right shoulder injury. The way he was letting his right arm dangle a little bit, the way he was kind of clutching at his chest a little bit. I think it just kind of feels like, knock on wood, this isn't it, but collarbone shoulder-ish. I don't think he could have got hurt that bad, but I'm just kind of hypothetical what I saw out there. I don't think it was intentional by the defense, but this Saints defense has always kind of hit hard. They've been hard hitting guys for sure in their past.
Oh yeah, definitely. The Bounty Gate. I don't think that's happening again. None of those coordinators are still there, so I highly doubt that is happening. And also, if this is a collarbone injury, Witherspoon is still out for the next few games with this collarbone injury he suffered all the way back against the Eagles almost 2 months ago. So you're hoping this is not a collarbone. If it's separated shoulder, then we wait and see if there's any other damage. Xavier Worthy only missed 2 games and then he came back. So again, if that is the case and Puka does have to miss games, you are missing the Niners and Seahawks. So those are 2 games you definitely want him healthy for. And he just lands hard on it.
The update they just showed.
I can't tell if that's a collarbone or a shoulder, though.
The update they just showed, they said chest injury for Puka Nacua, actually. So we'll wait and see on what the update is. He was clutching his chest on his way to the locker room as Alvin Kamara gets the 1st and 10 handoff here. He has been very, very, not just quiet, almost silent in this football game. He gains 3 yards on 1st and 10 as they're going to try to get him involved in this second half. He's just not really been involved so far.
No, it's because the Rams have been really bottling him up really throughout this entire game as they need to. Again, Kamara's another guy who was on the trade block as well, potentially. I know Kamara wants to stay a Saint, but Alvin, are you sure about that?
Right? Just like go to the Chiefs. I mean, I understand like the pride.
No, let's not have him go to the Chiefs. Don't need to get a great running back. Like, they don't need it, so they just destroy everyone in the league.
Why not? As Juwan Johnson just made an incredible catch here on this second down. Jared Verse nearly intercepted it from the line of scrimmage. I mean, he jumps up, almost gets his hand on it. He actually does get his fingertips on it. Juwan Johnson reaches up and says, "Give me that, though." First down Saints as they now are going a little bit hurry up. Handoff to Alvin Kamara for a gain. He's powering. Gain of about 3, but they're saying fumble. Rams defense is saying fumble, and they have the football. Nate Landman celebrating like if he knocked that football out. After the pile clears up, a Rams defender has the football.
Just seeing the replay now. Did get his hands on that. Did they knock this out? Let's see.
The official says yes, fumble, Rams football. We'll have to wait and see what the update is. Alvin Kamara, he's trying to get more yards. Nate Landman punches the football out of his hand. Nate Landman, who are you? Peanut Punch Man is what we should call him. Peanut Punch Man Landman. Does that make sense? Is that a good nickname for him? He punches the football out.
I don't get the Peanut Punch Man reference, I'll be honest.
No, I'm just like, he just punches the football. That's what they call it, right? Peanut punch out.
I don't know.
Nate Landman, incredible beast, punches the football out of Alvin Kamara's hands. No question, it's a fumble. They'll review it, but it is a fumble. The Rams get the football, and that all is right with the world all of a sudden after a pretty crazy couple of quarters here.
Yes, Cam Kitchen's able to get on top of that ball there, celebrating And now for the Rams, you can go up 34-10 here. Wait. 34.
Let me show you this tweet right here.
You know, let's get the 34-17 final score. Let's get another perfect prediction on the board here.
Look
for
at
me.
this tweet.
Selfishly, I want the 34-17 final score.
Can you read that? I don't think you can. Can you read that tweet? I don't think you can.
Which tweet?
Cam De Silva says, Nate Peanut Punch Landman. That's basically what I said, right?
Oh, I wasn't looking on Twitter. I was looking in chat.
Our buddy over at Cam De Silva, writer for what is it, Sports? What does he work for? Who's he work for?
Rams Wire.
Let's see the
Shout out
comments
Cam
here.
De Silva.
Yeah, we.
I do. Yes.
Go ahead and read some of these comments off. I lost where we were at.
Oh, on the Twitter?
No. On the chat.
Oh, on the chat. And then Junior said, does anyone else see that the head referee resembles Floyd Mayweather? I'd have to get a closer look.
That's funny.
On that, but I will get back to you on that. Mr. Yort, Landman was best pickup. Extend him today. Oh, yeah. You got to re-sign Nate Landman. For sure. I wonder what deal he'll get. I don't know if he'll get the Zach Bond or the Nick Bonito, by the way, on $27 million a year. It's a steal for the Broncos. But the Zach Bond deal, I don't know if that's in his locker. I mean, you probably give him, what do you say, maybe 3 years, 45, 15 million a year?
Yeah, something around that range. I mean, obviously it sounds like a lot of money right now, but he's just playing so phenomenal. And I said this, I mean, please go back and watch the video of me talking about Nate Landman, sneaky good pickup for the Rams. Look at the comments. Everyone is saying this is not a sneaky good pickup. This is a special teams guy. He's not going to play a lot. And he has been the captain of your defense. And I was excited about this guy joining the roster because in Atlanta, he was making some big plays for the Falcons. And now he comes to LA. He's making big plays for you as well here. He's just playing really well for you. Nate Landman, extend him, pay the man. New Orleans Saints, by the way, 9th turnover in the last 3 football games. Incredible stat there that we're seeing on the screen here on Fox. 3 minutes and 35 seconds to go in this third quarter. 27-10, the Rams are up. This was my score prediction, essentially. I said 28-10, but it's 27-10. But the Rams should put some more points than that up. Stafford under center at about the 50-yard line already. 2nd and 5, hands off to Kyren Williams. Breaks off for a huge run to the left. Going to gain about 15 to 20 yards on that play. And he blows a kiss to the defense and says, thank you very much. First
yes,
down,
indeed. Kyren looking good. The offense has really been firing on all cylinders today. And the defense, besides the one touchdown drive, has been great.
Brees Hall, who?
Andres says, what's good, fellas? What a game today. And we're doing good today, Andres. We're doing good. And yes, so far an amazing game. Obviously got to, play the rest of it out here to make sure you do come out on top. But yes, we're doing good. Hopefully you, Andres, are having a good day. And everyone else in the chat as well are having a good day.
Kyren Williams breaks out to the right after looking like there's no room to run. He says, I don't care. I'll make my own room. And he gains about 9 yards on first down. Just an incredible run from Kyren Williams. I love this guy, man. And I think the Rams do too. There's no need to look for a running back. There's other positions you need as he just patient, runs out to the right and gains 9 yards. Great blocking from Kanata Munfield there to get the near first down for Kyren Williams.
Yeah, Kyren looking good. Munfield on the nice block. Be nice to see Munfield get another target here as well at some point throughout the game. As now the Rams have really leaned more into the run throughout this second half. As Manuel was saying earlier, they pass to run, and that has been working so far this game for the Rams.
Well, I know you want to see a rushing touchdown from Kyren Williams. I'm sure some people do from their fantasy teams, but Davante Adams, back-to-back 3 touchdown games. Yes, please, for me. Hoping for a Davante Adams touchdown, as unfortunately, Puka Nacua is out right now. Keep feeding 17 if Puka Nacua is not going to be in this football game the rest of the way. By the way, regardless of what injury Puka Nacua has, if he is, knock on wood, hopefully cross your fingers that he's healthy and going to be okay, it's something serious. I say regardless of what the injury is, keep him out this game. You're up 17 points in the third quarter, about to score. Keep him out of this football game. Don't let Puka Nacua come back in this game. You just out of safety reasons. There's no reason to throw him back in here. 2nd and 1. 27-10 is your score. 1 minute and 50 seconds to go. It was a timeout for the Rams that gave us a little break here. Stafford under center, 2nd and 1. Does hand off to Kyren Williams after the water break, and he gets near the first down. A Rams helmet is on the floor rolling. I think it's an offensive lineman's helmet. It was Kevin Dotson's
Don't know why we're showing Chris Shula during an offensive possession, but hey, we'll take it. By the way, Chris Shula, we will see if he's back with the Rams next year because he's been awesome, and there's definitely some teams that will love to have him as a head coach.
They're arguing about a potential fumble here. It looks like the Saints are saying they have the football. A Saints player, Cameron Jordan, did get up with the football in his hand, and the refs are looking at each other like, I don't know what's going on. Stafford's begging for more time. Cameron Jordan says it's our football. We're just going to wait and see what the refs say here. But 1 minute and 2 seconds to go in this third quarter. 1 minute to go. 27-10. The refs are saying, let's play football. Clock is running here. I think it's going to be Rams football. 3rd and 1 for the Rams. Time of possession
they do not have a challenge left.
Time of possession has been absolutely dominated by the Rams today, by the way. 31 minutes with the ball in their possession. 11 minutes for the Saints. Offense. Stafford under center. Sends a tight end in motion. They run the football one more time with Kyren Williams, who easily gets the first down in this time. Gets about a little more than that, a 1 yard or so more than the first down. So the Rams are going to have first down and 10 with looking like in the red zone here. How you feeling, Josh?
I'm feeling great. I'm feeling great. If you get a touchdown, an extra point, you're at 34 points. And if the Saints get one more touchdown, they're at 17 points. So my score prediction might actually come true throughout this game today.
Very, very close for sure, as that is going to be the end of the third quarter on that Kyren Williams run. Stafford talking to Kanata Munfield, teaching the young man something. Don't know what he's talking about specifically, but he's trying to walk him through something as it's the end of the third. The Rams are up 27-10, threatening to score. Davante Adams, give me another touchdown, please, and I'll get a jersey for you tomorrow. I don't know about all that, but
hold him to it, chat. Hold him to it if he scores. Leave in the comments on every single one of his videos. Get the Davante jersey. I'll be commenting. Get the Davante jersey.
I just saw a video right now on Twitter.
Checking the other scores here of the week. Bills are up 21-13. As I'm currently tied in fantasy at 129 points each. Again, we are in a 2-quarterback league, so that is why our scoring is a bit higher. As I only have JSN left, and my opponent will have Kenneth Walker and Trey McBride. Yeah, I need to be up going into tomorrow. I'm projected to win by 2.5 as of right now. So, very, very close game overall here. So, I mean, not really a high-scoring fantasy week over. Wow. Never mind. Someone in my league might get 250 points.
Wow. That is crazy.
They're gonna break my high score that I said a few weeks ago. And then MM's Jr. said next time they show the head of referee, get a good look, see if you agree. Yes, I will make sure to about the Floyd Mayweather. And then Andres said Landman has been solid all year. Yes, yeah. Landman might make first team All Pro. He's definitely gonna be a Pro Bowler, but we'll see if he makes an All. If he makes an All Pro team, he's gonna want even more. Which I did pull up the linebacker contracts for you, Josh. Fred Warner's number 1 at $21 million. Roquan Smith 2 at $20. Tremaine Edmonds surprisingly at number 3 with $18 million. Then we have Zach Bond at 4, $17 million. Then you got Nick Bolton, Jermaine Sherwood, and Patrick Queen all at around that $15 million mark. Aziz Al-Shire at $11 million. Spillane, Dre Greenlaw all over $10 million. And then you got guys like former Ram Ernest Jones, Bobby Wagner, Logan Wilson, Levante David at $9 million. So I think Nate Landman's probably maybe get around that $12 million mark. That Aziz Al-Shire contract. What do you think about that?
Yeah, no, I think Landman's going to demand a little bit of money for sure, but I think he's the type of guy who just going to be happy where he's at right now, leading his defense. I don't think he's going to ask for an egregious amount of money. He's not going to be trying to get top linebacker money. Of course, the maximum that he can possibly negotiate for, but he's going to be a guy who's worth the money. He's your defensive leader right now as Stafford. 1st and 10 under center. He fakes to Kyren. They're going to throw it to Davis Allen, who lowers his shoulder, gets the first down. Going to be the gain of about 13 yards here. It's going to be 1st and goal for the Rams. 14 minutes to go in this fourth quarter. And the Rams are just really controlling this football game here.
Yeah, they are. They are. And if the Saints don't score on this next drive and the Rams do, then I think you may start thinking about putting in some backups already.
Yeah, one more stop, I think, from the Rams defense after this. Hopefully a touchdown here. And then you can start resting some starters, I think. We'll see what happens here as Stafford is under center. Kyren Williams in the backfield. They do hand it off to Kyren out to his left. He's trying to be patient, tries to gain as much as he can, does spin out of a tackle, gets to about the 2-yard line. So it's going to be 2nd and goal with about 2 yards to go because of Kyren Williams' resilience here. Gets hit pretty hard, but spins off and says, that's going to take more than that to tackle me here. Nearly a touchdown.
By the way, Matthew Stafford, one more touchdown from the back-to-back 5-touchdown games.
Playing really well so far this year. Corum on the sideline for
definitely.
this one has been all Kyren Williams this drive. Stafford and McVay, they like to take care of their guys. I wouldn't be surprised to see another Kyren Williams run here. Stafford does fake the handoff to Kyren, rolling to his right, looking, throw down the field, nearly caught by Davis Allen. It was a tough catch, a little bit of an overthrow. Stafford, incomplete to Davis Allen.
That would have been 5 touchdowns. I do need Matthew Stafford, by the way, to get around 15 more passing yards for me to get a 300-point bonus in fantasy as well. So I'd like that too.
Here we go here.
Although Stafford has over 30 points for me today, so I'm very happy. But
3rd and goal. Kyren Williams alone, running back in the backfield. One-on-one coverage again for Davante Adams. If you're Stafford, how do you not throw this? He hands off to Kyren. Kyren is just pushing. He gets really close to getting another touchdown for Kyren Williams. He might be an inch short, but man, he really churned those legs. And Puka Nacua is back on the sideline looking okay. I don't think he comes back in this game. There's no way he does, but he is on the sideline.
No. Kyren, ooh, that's very close. Is the ball across the plane? And this could be, well, Rams only have one timeout left.
They have not shown a replay. They have not shown a replay of that play, so they're going to just go ahead and say, okay, no, not a touchdown. We'll run it again, most likely, unless you have that one-on-one with Adams at the bottom of your screen. Stafford does say, you know what, Kyren, just give me a touchdown. And Kyren says, sure, I got you. No problem. Touchdown. Rams. Kyren Williams. Easy money. We knew this game would be an easy one. We knew it should have been an easy one. And the Rams are showing why we had that belief. 33-10, barring anything here on the extra point.
I mean, the extra points, I mean, you never know. It's a fun little 50-50 game that we like to play here. Will Josh McCarty make the extra point?
I don't know if it's a fun little game, but it's a game.
Well, we make it as fun as we can.
Cardi here. Extra point to put the Rams up 34-10. Ball is snapped. Kick is up. Kick looks good. It is good. Thankfully, the Rams up 34-10 after a Kyren Williams masterclass of a drive. What did I say? They wanted to take care of their guys. He really brought you down the field. They're going to say we want to make sure he gets a touchdown to finish it. And he does. Kyren Williams touchdown puts you up 34-10. Puka Nacua again on the sideline. Ronnie says, no, I need Puka one more catch. I'll be honest with you, Ronnie. That's not going to happen. Puka Nacua will be on the sideline, but not be in this football game anymore. You can't put him in after that, after his injury.
No. I don't think you can either. He is moving the arm, though, flexing, which is good to see.
Floyd says, I can't believe Josh
I do
McCarty.
think he's going to end up being okay. I do think that.
Yeah, I hope so, too. Floyd says, I can't believe Josh McCarty kicked the extra point. Yeah, made it. We're all good on that front. I still think there's issues there, and I still think they need to be acknowledged, but we'll wait and see if the Rams actually do something about it. Manuel says that's the Steven Jackson in him. I don't know who he's talking about there, or maybe
Kyren, probably.
Ronnie says I need more garbage time, some garbage time numbers from Olave and Kamara. We'll see if that happens if the Rams throw some backups in there. I don't think that's going to happen. The Rams are probably going to have one more drive with their stars on defense, and then Maybe throw some backups in. Maybe we'll see some Jimmy G to finish out this game. Andres Landman has been solid all
Why
year.
not put in Stetson Bennett if he's active? Why not?
Well, Jimmy G needs some reps. He got to knock some reps
I know, but
off.
like if it's 34-10 with a minute left and Jimmy G's done 2 drives, might as well put Stetson Bennett in.
All we know is Rams are playing really well.
Yes.
And they really needed to, right? You needed to. After the bye week, you're playing a bad team. You needed to make it not even close, and the Rams did a good job of that so far.
Yes, for sure. They definitely have.
All right, looking back around the league a little bit, Buffalo is actually taking care of business right now so far versus the Kansas City Chiefs. 5 minutes ago in that third quarter, Patrick Mahomes not playing super well for my fantasy team. They are down 21-13. Buffalo's winning that football game so far. Still some time left. Still going to be a close game for sure, but Buffalo does have the football as it stands right now. Jacksonville getting close, battling it out with the Vegas Raiders. They're up 13-9, a very low-scoring game. 10 minutes to go in Jacksonville.
I actually have a friend, funny enough, at this game right now. I just found that out.
Nice. They're talking about the Rams game, right?
Yeah. And another one. I have 2 friends at this game, apparently.
There you go. I'm not seeing too much other updates for scores around the league, aside from those 3 football games. That might be it, right?
I think those are the only few football games going on right now. And Juan saying Rams are playing very well, minus the kicker. Yeah, I agree. Raiders up on the drive. Yeah, the Bills, by the way, look like, the Bills are... We've seen this before, though. The Bills beat the Chiefs in the regular season, then the playoffs, it doesn't matter.
Tyler Show finds Raheed Shaheed for a first down and much more as he gets a nice catch and run here. Nice move on Emmanuel Forbes. Emmanuel Forbes gets a little bit lost in coverage, gets turned around, and Shaheed with a nice catch and run. Not good for my fantasy team. Come on, Emmanuel Forbes, lock in, please. I'm playing against Shaheed. The Rams still got to play some defense here. I want to see them get a nice stop to kind of close this game out officially. But the Saints are in on the Rams side of the football field. Tyler Show under center. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Snaps the ball, fakes the handoff, looks down the field, throws down the field, finds Chris Olave with the out route open. Tyler Show showing out here in the fourth quarter with 12 minutes to go. The Rams got to still play some defense here. Don't want to give up anything easy. That was an easy catch from Chris Olave.
They do, but the 34-17 prediction, though.
That was your final score prediction, right?
I'm just saying.
We'll see if the Rams can hold up on defense. Tyler Show under center. 34-10, 12 minutes, 11:50 to go in this football game. Show snaps the ball, 1st and 10, hands the football off to Taysom Hill in the backfield, who gets absolutely drilled by Emmanuel Forbes. Now, you know Taysom Hill is going to get up just fine from an Emmanuel Forbes tackle, but still great tackling from Emmanuel Forbes.
MM's Jr. says Forbes does a good job in coverage when it's zone, not man-to-man. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, Forbes has definitely been better in zone so far this year. I do agree.
The smallest man on the Rams defense tackles one of the larger men on the Saints offense. So I'd like to see that tackle, that aggressive tackle from Emmanuel Forbes. I'm looking on this defense here. I'm not seeing 25.
That was a very good open field tackle, by the way.
Yeah, I'm not seeing 25 Roger McCreary out on the field right now as it currently stands. As we see Kitchens make a nice tackle on Neal, the running back for the Saints. He gains about 1 yard on the catch. So it's going to be 3rd and 7 here. The Saints are in the red zone. No field goal team ever even going to be a threat now for the rest of the game probably for the Saints. They're going to keep trying to get touchdowns, going for it on 4th down. So they have 2 attempts here. 3rd and 7. They're going to keep going for it, I'm sure. So we'll see what the play call is for the Saints, Kellen Moore, and this offense. Tyler Show in shotgun. Hasn't been in shotgun much tonight. He's actually done a lot of under center stuff. Show snaps the ball, looks immediately to his right, finds Shaheed for a nice out route just short of the stick. So it's going to be 4th and short for this Saints offense. Can the Rams get a stop on 4th and 1?
Let's see. I would say a normally key stop, but right now the game is pretty much kind of already in your hands here.
Yeah. 4th and 1, they actually say, Tyler Show, come to the sideline. We're going to let Taysom Hill snap this football. So you know Taysom Hill is going to run the ball here if you're the Rams defense. Just look at number 7 and nothing else. They fake the handoff. They do run it with Taysom Hill, and Kobe Turner says, you can't fool me, gets the sack, or I guess you can say tackle for loss on the run attempt from Taysom Hill. It is a turnover on downs, and I mean, the whole world knew what was happening there. And Juwan Johnson says, please, somebody help me. I'm a tight end trying to block Kobe Turner, and you obviously can't make it happen.
No, he cannot. And that's a great play there from Kobe Turner. Helps you ice the game. Do you think the starters on offense are coming out for one more drive, or do you think the backups are coming in?
In football, for some reason, coaches seem hesitant to completely bench their guys. I think you're going to see the offense with Stafford out one more time. If they score here, then obviously it's done. So one more time, try to close this game out, get a final complete, like no stress at all. If you go up 41 to 10 at that point, yeah, then you go ahead.
41 is not guaranteed. It'll be 40 to 10 for sure.
Yeah. Yes. Agreed there.
As we have some chats, we have Manuel saying, Josh, please call me Manuel. If one of us did not call you that, I do apologize. And then Manuel also said in chat, Turner did the Dodgers celebration when he got the hit. Yes, I did see that. And I have yet to get a good look at the referee who reminds you of Floyd Mayweather. They haven't really been showing him too much. So I do want to make sure that I see that. Because if he does, that'd be kind of crazy. And then TD Little saying, tackle for loss, give us the ball. Yeah, might as well just give us the ball, get Stafford 300 yards passing, maybe get Davante, another touchdown for you as well.
And then we're seeing Juan say, so do we get 40-plus burgers? You both are going to be under in your prediction? Yeah, I mean, and to be honest with you, I think the Rams offense has been playing fantastic tonight. I wanted them to look like this today, I should say. But the reason why my prediction was where it was at was because coming out of the bye week, I thought the Rams would be rested, but sometimes you have to knock some rust off. Puka's coming off the injury. Rob Havenstein hasn't played in a while. I mean, all those things kind of had me a little bit like, well, let's wait and see what this offense looks like. I mean, not to say I was wrong. I'm not I was saying the team was going to be bad on offense, but I didn't know they were going to be this good, and I'm super ecstatic to see how smooth the offensive production has been on a day like this, a day that you really should be productive on offense versus a team like this.
Yeah, you definitely should be. TD saying, I'd like to see Jimmy G. Could use some snaps. Never know. Obviously, knock on wood, that doesn't happen. Yeah, I mean, if the Rams score on this drive, then they'll for sure take everyone out, probably even on the defensive side. So we will have to wait and see just how exactly this does pan out here. I mean, for this drive on offense, it's really just have some fun.
Yeah.
Here's where we can do some trick plays.
Get a little creative.
Why not?
Yeah.
Have some fun here. You're up 34-10, 9:43 to go. You can have a little bit of fun here.
Stafford is the quarterback. He does hand off to Blake Corum for a 1-yard gain. Nothing special here. As we get a game break, Jacksonville loses the lead to the Las Vegas Raiders as Geno Smith says, here, Ashton Genty makes something happen, and he does. He throws the football out to Genty, catch and run for a score. The Raiders are up on Jacksonville now. I think it's going to be 17-13 in that football game in the fourth quarter with about 7 minutes to go. Stafford under center. Corum in the backfield sends Tyler Higbee in motion. Stafford hands off to Corum, who tries to be patient, bounces, does bounce around until he gets down to, I think, the 10-yard line or so. So it's going to be about a 3rd and 2, maybe 3rd and 3 to go here for the Rams. Morgan says,
let's see here.
What happened to Puka? Why is he questionable? He got hit pretty hard earlier today, and they said it was a chest injury. And I just don't think there's any reason for the Rams to put him back out there. He did go to the locker room, but if you're asking for fantasy reasons, Morgan, he will be out for this game, no question.
Yeah, there's no point in bringing him back in with the way the score is right now. Obviously, for the Rams in 13 personnel, 30 plays, 145 yards, and 4 touchdowns, almost in any game this season. So that 12 and 13 personnel that I mentioned in pregame that works so well in Jacksonville, they bring it back, and it has been working so far. And there's no reason to stray away from it next week. They're really, especially with no Fred Warner for the Niners, there's no reason to stray away from this next week.
Blake Corum bounces it outside, tries his best, but there's like 40 Saints defenders. Some guys off the bench that look like came out and were ready to tackle him on that one. Just about no one ready to block for Blake Corum, as the Rams kind of just said, let's run the ball 3 times and let's see what happens. McVay is upset about something. He's yelling at the officials. He's mad about something. Don't know what he's mad about, but it's going to be a punt for Ethan Evans and the Rams. 7:20 to go in this football game. The punt is up. No block here. It's all the way down to about the 40-yard line. It is caught. The run back is happening from Raheed Shaheed, but he's going to get stuffed right behind the 50-yard line. So it's going to be about the 48-yard line in Saints territory for the Rams to come back out on defense one more time and try to get another stop here.
I like this. One more stop here from the Rams, and I do think we are getting into that Jimmy G territory of the game here. And this is another good open field tackle. Shaheed's got speed, and you don't want Shaheed to just run right down and get a kick return touchdown. Then you do need to bring Stafford out again.
Keeping the Saints 2-0 is kind of the goal here for this defense, right? I said 5 sacks earlier in this game. I think you've only seen 1, right? I mean, I haven't really seen much from since that Braden Fisk sack early in this game. So they're not really getting to Tyler Show in terms of getting sacks on him, but they are getting to him, putting some pressure on the quarterback in this one.
Yes, they are. Floyd says McVay is probably upset about the face mask that did not get called on Blake Corum's run for a loss. I did not see a face mask. Did you see a face mask on that, Josh?
I did not, but that's what McVay was upset about, it seemed like. He was really upset about something, so I wouldn't be surprised if that's what it was.
It looks like Corum was a bit upset too, so maybe something did happen there.
Well, the Rams have taken care of business in this game. There's still some time left, but for the most part, barring anything insane, they should handle this football game with a W. And so when we're talking about the Rams, what they want to do moving forward with these very tough games coming up these next 3 weeks, I think if they play like this, they're a very difficult team to beat. But the one thing they do need to change is the kicking game, the special teams unit, right? I mean, that's the one negative coming out of this game that you can say, okay, definitively this is an issue, and we cannot expect to beat good teams with this issue.
No, you can't.
Not to be negative.
You can't whatsoever. Obviously, we'll see what happens here with this drive for the Saints. Again, a stop here, and I think it's backup territory for both teams.
You know, it's funny how fantasy football works. In my absolute worst league that I do not care about, it's not even no money involved, anything like that. I have the worst team I've ever seen in my life. Like, I'm 1-6, and it's just not even.
Let's read off the team. Who's on the roster?
Well, let me tell you this: the worst team in the worst league I have is mostly because I originally had CeeDee Lamb, who missed 4 or 5 weeks. Rashee Rice, who didn't play for 6 weeks. I had Malik Neighbors, and I had Tyreek Hill.
Oh.
So my team was stacked. until the injuries happen.
How do you get all those players? How did you get all those
Well,
players?
it's a bad league. It's one of those leagues I'm trying to teach other people to play fantasy. It's some of my friends, my girlfriends who don't like play. They want to learn. So,
Fair. And the Saints are kind of going right down the field here, by the way. Shaheed inside the 30 already.
yeah, great catch from Shaheed. Not good for my fantasy team again, but that's what's going to happen apparently. So 30-yard line already for the Saints. This Rams defense needs to make a couple good plays here as Olave makes a nice catch, drops down immediately for the 6-yard gain. Rams got to play defense still. Let's not. This is time where you go hunting, right? We talked about this every single week. When you're up this much, this pass rush should go hunting. I think Tyler Show knows. That's what they want to do, though, because he's getting the football out very, very quick. As Nate Landman comes off the edge, misses the sack. Unfortunately, it looks like he may have injured the offensive lineman for the Saints in the process. We'll have to wait and see if he's down.
Oh, that's unfortunate. As for Manuel said in chat, did anyone notice that Kershaw was wearing a Rams hat backwards during yesterday's post-game interview? I did not actually notice that.
I didn't notice that either.
I think because that was backwards. I didn't fully see it there. Oh, yeah. He fell on him.
And they might be calling. Is a timeout, injury timeout here?
Yeah, let's see. And TD says in chat, so why was there no change made over the bye? In regards to the kicking game? That's not a question we fully know the answer to. I would say the main reason is you would hope Cardi coming off a bye, you have time to fix some things. And again, there are things where he has made. So, and Manuel said, "I'm very observant and I notice things."
Now,
hey, fair play then. Fair play then. Juan also saying, "So does blowing up a team feel a little boring? Does a tight game make it more interesting?" I would say it depends on the game. I mean, for the Saints, we expected this one to not really be a close game. So for this game, I mean, a tighter game would make it more interesting. Because that's a nice play there by Forbes to break that up with Jawan Johnson. If you didn't see that one yet, Josh.
4th down and 4 to go. I did see that play. I wanted to let you read off some of the comments. 4th down here for Tyler Show. We'll see if he gets the first down here. Can the Rams make a stop here? No pressure on Show. He's looking, then gets pressure up the middle. Looks down to his left. Intercepted. Emmanuel Forbes with the interception on the target to Raheed Shaheed. Emmanuel Forbes comes up clutch for the Rams to close out this football game. Let's bring out the bench. Let's call it a day. The Rams, what a phenomenal football game through and through from beginning to end. Took care of business pretty much in all facets. Not the kicking game, but as much as they could take care of business. No pressure at first. Holding, I mean, not even called. Jared Verse trying to get to the quarterback. Show just had all day to throw until he didn't. Forces the ball left to Shaheed. Absolutely horrible throw. And if Raheed Shaheed doesn't get a shoelace tackle on Emmanuel Forbes, he's taking that to the house. Oh, look at that little girl right there celebrating with Emmanuel Forbes. That's sick.
Yeah, that is pretty cool. And then Manuel said, is that his first pick of the year for the? I think it's his first pick of the year for the Rams. Yes, I don't think he had any picks last year for that half of the season.
And Kyren Williams are still in this football game, as well as Rob Havenstein, Kevin Dotson. So a lot of starters still. I don't like that. This game is over. What are we doing?
Also, I like that Emmanuel Forbes went right up to a guy wearing a Drew Brees jersey in the section too. So I love that as well.
Carter C., buddy of mine, says Patriots still winning the Super Bowl. He is adamant that Drake May is MVP on the year. What are your thoughts on Drake May and the Patriots this year?
My thoughts on Drake May is that he's awesome.
He's pretty good.
Drake May has been awesome this year. I wanted him in fantasy. One pick before me. I mean, I got Stafford instead, which I'm also happy with. But Drake May has been awesome so far this year. You got to give him credit. He had a decent rookie season. You saw the flashes, and this year he's really put it all together. We have to see how they play in the playoffs. That O-line is a real problem. He's getting sacked a lot. That O-line is a real issue. I mean, Will Campbell's going to be good, but outside of that, you don't really have a lot there.
It just sucks that Matthew Stafford or Puka Nacua can take the MVP away from Drake May, huh?
I mean, as of right now, the Patriots have a legitimate shot to be the 1 seed in the AFC. The Rams do as well in the NFC. So we will wait and see. Obviously, Baker is up there. JSN as well is up there because Puka missed a game. JSN is currently on pace for 2,000 yards, so we will see about that as well.
There's just so many good teams in the NFC. I think that's what makes it tough this year for the Rams. But if they keep playing this good, they are definitely going to be in the conversation for a ton of awards on both sides of the football. Not too much disruptiveness on the defense. Not to say that they didn't play well. They played obviously incredible. The Saints have 10 points on the board. But you want to see, for the awards argument, not that the Rams care about that. But for the awards, Defensive Player of the Year, things like that, you want to see a little more sacks, right? They just want to put the numbers up. I just saw a stat on the board, by the way. Kyren Williams, first game over 100 rushing yards in the season. So pretty good for Kyren Williams.
We like that. Andres' Patriots play no real teams, but they did beat the Bills.
Kyren just lost 5 yards, so that might hurt his total there.
No longer 100, yeah. Andres said against NFL versus AFC East, again, the Bills. But yeah, outside of the Bills, I do agree. Again, that's not on the Patriots. Like, the organization does not make the schedule. And then Levi's saying, why is Stafford in if they ain't throwing the ball? Valid point.
That's where I get frustrated with, I love Sean McVay, but what are we doing right here? You're up 34-10. There's literally zero reason to risk Stafford twisting his ankle. Take him out. Put Jimmy G in the game. Put Stetson Bennett in the game. Why even put the whole backup offensive line in the game? Why are we even risking anything?
We got a face mask call, though. I am seeing the ref now a little bit. I see what you mean with the Floyd Mayweather. It's not guaranteed, but I definitely see it in the face a little bit.
Maybe 20 years from now, Floyd.
20?
10.
That's 15? Not Floyd Mayweather. That's like Floyd Mayweather in 10 years. Floyd's almost 50.
He still looks young, though. He still looks pretty young. Facial, that
ref doesn't look like a 7. That ref does not look 70.
You'd be surprised. Kyren gains about 2 or 3 on the play. Why not hand it off to Blake Corum? Why not throw Jimmy G in? I don't know, but I'm not going to be too upset about it. As we're seeing the NFC West, 5-2 for Seattle, 5-2 for the Rams, 6-3 for the Niners. So if the Rams can finish this football game out, obviously barring what happens tonight for Sunday Night Football with Seattle, they will be number 1 in the division, NFC West, which is obviously an ideal situation.
Yes, it is an ideal. Obviously, it's a 3-team race, and then there's the Cardinals, who are a team in the division. So, yeah, so you got 2 tough teams obviously there. And then TD says we fixed the kicking game. LA will be the city of champions. I can definitely see that. Again, LA, definitely they have a roster to win the Super Bowl outside the kicking team. Dodgers just did it. Lakers, so far looking pretty good. You've seen Luka, skinny Luka, looking really good too for the Lakers.
Not pretty, he's looking incredible.
So you may have a triple championship season for LA, which would be really, really cool.
McVay tapping Davante Adams in the helmet. Kyren Williams dapping up the defense and the coaching staff. He may be done. Davante Adams may be done for the day as we are approaching the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to go in this football game. The Rams are going to finish this football game out with the football in their hands. 2 minutes to go, 34-10. Took care of business almost in all facets of the game. Do we win the NFC West? Juan asks. Right now, you'll be number 1 in the NFC West once this game is over. Again, still have to wait to see what happens with Seattle in their game later tonight. But overall, the Rams putting themselves in a good position with an opportunity in front of them to face off against San Francisco and Seattle the week after. So that is what the Rams need to do. Take care of business against the teams it actually matters for you. Come playoff time, everyone in the NFC is good this year. So you really got to make sure you're winning these football games against your division rivals.
Yeah, you do. And TD is saying depends on the kicking game if we win the division or not. And I really agree. You got to get the kicking game situated in order for you to win.
Yep, 100% agreed there. So we'll see next week. I think starting tomorrow, as of November 3rd, the Rams are going to have to make some adjustments. And if we don't see Monday morning some type of adjustment on this special teams unit, I think it's going to frustrate a lot of Rams fans who know what's going on and know the issues. And I truly do believe if you don't adjust and work on this kicking game, you're not going to win the Super Bowl. I mean, it's not possible to win if you don't trust your kicking team. So it's been enough time now. The bye week has passed. You gave them one more week. Fine. I'm a little bit upset that you did that, but fine. You gave them one more week to see what they can do, and they messed up today. So, kicking game needs to be fixed. And if the kicking game is fixed, I don't see how, if this team can stay healthy, I don't see who will really compete and get in the Rams' way. They are a really, really good team in many, many, many levels of this offense and defense.
Yeah, they are. They are. They're definitely a team that has a shot to win the Super Bowl this year. So we got to wait and see. I agree with you on the kicking changes. Got to happen. Either you fire the coach or you bring someone else in to challenge Cardi. Maybe even there's a guy on the trade block for a 7th-round pick. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it sounds a little crazy to go trade for a kicker, but fine. Sure. Like, try anything at this point. Truthfully, that would be what I think the Rams should look into. We'll wait and see on that, as Stafford's out there, but he's going to kneel the ball a couple of times. I don't anticipate the Saints calling timeouts here, and they don't.
No.
Looking forward for next week. Rams versus Niners. Lions versus Commanders. Giants, Bears, Ravens, Vikings, Saints, Panthers. A lot of good games slated for next Sunday. But you're looking at Stafford versus Mac Jones. That's what they're showing right now. So Purdy's still out, injured, sounds like.
Really?
Oh, no, it's just showing a recap.
Still out?
It's just showing a recap from what happened last time.
Oh.
Yeah, it was Mac Jones the last time he played. So maybe Purdy is a better matchup for the Rams. Who knows? It's going to be a different look for sure for this Rams team.
And Manuel says, I personally don't think it's all on Cardi. I think it's more of the line blocking for him. It's on both, because you have to make the kick. You still have to kick and make it. Obviously, the line does have to be better. The line is on Coach Blackburn, which is why we're saying one of those two changes need to happen this week.
But today, right, the extra point he missed, just straight up missed, wide left, you said, right?
Yeah.
And then the other kick, yeah, sure, no blocking. Don't get me wrong. It's hard to make a kick with a guy that seems like he's about to block it. But the guy didn't block it. and Cardi misses it absolutely wide right. Yes, it throws you off seeing a defender jump in front of you, but he didn't block it. And that's the problem, I think, for the Rams there, is that you want your kicker in the face of pressure to not care what is in front of him, kick the field goal, regardless of what happens. Now, if it's knocked down and it's blocked, of course we can't really blame the kicker too much, but that's not what happened today. That's an extra point and a field goal he missed today. And that's where you start having really serious questions about the kicker. Now, I'm trusting that maybe it isn't the kicker. Maybe the blocking scheme, coaching is the issue. But if that isn't the issue, then that's a problem, right? So, like, firing the coach, sure.
Yes.
Could help, but considering a new kicker is also in the cards.
Yeah. Definitely. I do agree here, and the Rams are going to be 6-2 after this game. We'll start tonight on top in the NFC West.
Yeah, and that's a key there for the Rams. They're going to be number 1 seed until we'll see what happens tonight, where it's going to be what? Seattle facing off. Who are they playing tonight?
Washington.
Against Washington. That's a good team. Definitely a chance for you there.
So we do need to wait and see there.
By the way, Chiefs and Bills, as this game is officially concluded, Chiefs and Bills, 28-21. The Bills will get the football with 11:32 to go after Kansas City just scored a touchdown. I have Patrick Mahomes, and they have scored 3 touchdowns now, I think, with 0 touchdowns coming from Mahomes himself, I think.
That's fun.
A lot of rushing touchdowns. Rashee Rice, a rushing touchdown.
Thank you, Rashee Rice, for giving me a rushing touchdown.
Yeah, I would love the receiving touchdown, but it's all good.
I'm losing now. That's not fun.
Yeah, I think I'm going to lose in one of my leagues.
Rashee Rice, 18 points for me. Dalton Kincaid, 20. So I'm doing pretty well from this game.
Oh, man. Well,
if I had started Rico Dowdle, I would have won. I would have for sure won if I had started Rico Dowdle, but...
Well, the Rams win. Rams win. They play well.
Yes.
See what they do with the kicking game. But, yeah, how are you guys feeling in the comments down below? How are you feeling? San Fran week next week. As TD says, LFG. Yeah, man, it's going to be a fun, exciting week next week. We should be here to live stream that one, right, Josh?
Yes. Yeah, should be.
What time is that game at? Let's see.
That's also 1 o'clock.
There we go. We should be here streaming that game. So make sure you guys subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed already, so we can continue to have some fun here in the chat. Hey, shout out to Manuel for the donation earlier today. We never need those, but we always appreciate them. Shout out to you, Manuel, for that.
Yes.
Appreciate it very much. It should be fun. I really don't have much else other notes to say on this game. I mean, the Rams took care of business. They did what they had to do.
Yeah, they did. Stafford, 24 of 32, 281, 4 touchdowns. Tyler Show, 15 for 24, 176 yards, touchdown and a pick. Kyren Williams, 25 carries, 114 yards, and a touchdown. So the good playing there from Kyren. What's the average on that? 25 divided by 114. Let's see what the average is there. 4.56 yards per carry. So a solid average there for Kyren. Blake Corum, 13 carries, 58 yards. Puka Nacua, 7 catches, 95 yards, and a touchdown. Rashid Shaheed making his case to be a Ram, potentially. 5 catches, 68 yards. Davante, 5 catches, 60 yards, 2 touchdowns. Higbee, 3 catches, 13 yards, and a tutty. Terrence Ferguson, 2 for 54 as well. On defense, Cam Kitchens with 5 tackles. Nate Lamb, obviously 5 tackles, fumble recovery. Brandon Fisk with a sack as well. Chase Young got in for a sack, as well as Jonah Williams for the Saints. But overall, a dominant win here for the Rams. And Juan said, feel good today, nervous for next week? Yeah, you're definitely valid to feel nervous for it next week, for sure.
I'm not necessarily...
And JLM says, I watched it, and I did not see the Saints come back. Is that true? Carlos still here? Probably not, because he only comes in when we're doing badly.
Yeah.
I have a theory that Carlos is actually an AI bot and not actually a person.
Interesting theory there. I'm watching
because it's too good. It's like every time. It's like too perfect whenever Carlos comes in.
I'm watching the Bills and Chiefs game here. 28-21. Bills with the ball in their hands here. I'm not nervous for next week. I'm more just like, let's take care of business, And I think once the game starts, of course, I'll have the nerves starting. But the Rams have to win, right? If you don't win, it's just going to be very frustrating for you mentally going into the rest of this season. Playing a team like the Niners, you're going to have to see them at some point in the playoffs, you would assume. So, you just want to make sure you take care of business here against a division rival. You don't want to lose out and get swept in a series versus your division rival, especially not the Niners of all teams. So just take care of business. I don't want to hear Niners fans talking for a week. Let's take care of business, make it happen.
No, I don't either.
And call it a day next week. So that's the hope, that's the goal. And this Niners team is as healthy as they're going to be all year long, right? They have not been super healthy for the majority of this year. The last time the Rams played them, they were not healthy at all, and the Rams couldn't take care of business. The refs helped a little bit, I'll be honest with you about that. But the Rams also didn't play well. And so now the Rams are kind of having a great connection with Adams and Stafford. Puka, we're hoping he is going to be healthy and ready to go next week. We'll have to wait and see on some updates for him this week. But yeah, man, I think
yes.
If the Rams are healthy, I'm confident they can beat this team.
So am I. Manuel's saying Carlos is just a hater. I agree. Niners won, but from RMS, but they do have the extra loss. Forget who they lost to. They did lose to someone. That is correct, but I don't know who they lost to. I'm forgetting. And TD saying not at the table, Carlos. Yeah, Carlos is gone. He is not in chat anymore. And then JLM said just cover McCaffrey. He is the Niners offense. Well, Juwan Jennings is healthy. So is Pearsall. I don't know. Has Ayuk played yet this year? I haven't been looking enough.
He has not played this year.
He's not yet? Okay.
But also, we just talked about that last time, right? Well, just Christian McCaffrey. And then Kendrick Bourne went for 140 yards or whatever.
A career game for Kendrick Bourne, by the way.
Career game. So the Rams need to do a lot more than just slow down Christian McCaffrey. But last game, they didn't do it. And they need to do it this time around. Don't forget George Kittle is still out there and available for this team. Ricky Pearsall has not been healthy the majority of this year. He will be a dangerous receiver for you. So the Rams have a lot on their hands when it comes down to facing off against this Niners team this time around. We'll talk all about it all week long. If you guys subscribe to the channel, watch our daily Rams content. We will continue to cover the Rams all week long. Our MS says they just lost the Texans.
Okay, that's who it was. Thank you. I forgot. Okay, so it was the Texans. All right.
Who was it? Not the Niners, right?
That was the Niners who they lost to. AMS says, what is Puka injury? We don't know they said it's a chest injury, but we don't know exactly. The fact that he was back on the sidelines is a good sign. I mean, we're going to have to wait and see if he plays next week. And again, subscribe to the channel so you get all of your Rams updates there. And Shannon saying, I feel good about next week. Yeah. JLM said, Niners' only victory against a winning team is the Rams. Seattle doesn't count because they had 0 wins, 0 losses. I mean, it's Seattle by technicality it counts, but I see what you mean. Yeah, their only victory, again, they had the easiest schedule in football coming into the year. We all kind of knew that. So that's why a lot of people were high on them. That if they stayed healthy, they could be a very high seed. They haven't stayed healthy and they're still winning. I will say, shout out Mac Jones having a solid season. Maybe he gets a chance again next year somewhere to be a starter. But for the Rams, if it isn't Purdy, you still should win the game. And you should learn from your mistakes from earlier on in the season here.
Yeah, 100% agree with you there. Bills are going to be punting this football away. We're going to have to keep watching this one. It's a good one with about 6 minutes to go. But, yeah, I feel excited about next week. We have all week to talk about this game. That's pretty much going to do it for me. My thoughts on this game. The Rams, I want to see them Monday morning, first thing, talking about the kicking game, whether that's answering questions, whether that's actually making a move. That's what I want to see from the Rams this week. But other than that, they look good on all levels, and so I'm excited to see what they can put out there versus the Niners in Santa Clara. How you feeling? Final thoughts on this game?
Feeling good. We'll see what else they do on Tuesday. Tuesday being the trade deadline. We'll see if they go for another O-lineman. We'll see if they add another receiver or if they get a kicker somehow. And then AMS said, do we not need to trade for a wide receiver with Puka possibly injured? Again, maybe. We'll see what it is on Monday. I'm sure they're going to do some more testing pretty much now. So we do need to wait and see. I'm sure we'll get more of an update either tomorrow or later tonight.
Yeah, you still have Tutu out there. He's been injured, but he should be back hopefully soon. Jordan Whittington is out there. Kanata Mumfield, Xavier Smith. I mean, they're not going to go ahead and trade for a receiver right now. Now when you have Davante Adams, Puka Nacua making the money they're making. So don't expect a big-time trade for a receiver. Again, when you're talking about what the Rams need, I don't think it's running back. I don't think it's receiver. I think you could maybe look for offensive line. I know it sounds weird to trade for depth. I like what the Rams have right now with their depth. With McClendon, he's played well so far when he's played. But, if you want to improve there, just in case Rob Havenstein doesn't remain healthy for you, sure. If you don't trust McClendon or anyone else on your backup offensive line, maybe a new center, right? Yes, I think Coleman Shelton has been solid for you this year, but could you get better there? Maybe that is kind of my thought process. If not, fine, I can live with it, but just throwing it out there as another piece. And then defensively, you got Roger McCreary, who is a inside slot cornerback who doesn't play outside much. So that is maybe a question mark for you. Do you trade for a outside corner now? You just saw a guy like Jair Alexander go from Baltimore, again being moved this season to the Eagles, which is not ideal for anyone who has to play the Eagles moving down the line. Not saying Jair Alexander's good anymore, but it's like another option that the Rams maybe could have called about that they didn't go for. So do the Rams go for a cornerback on the outside? I don't know. Keelan Witherspoon returning at some point. Linebacker, do you love what Nate Landman does? You love what Omar Speights does? Do you trust Dolak and Reeder? Those are all questions I ask for the Rams. But overall, this team is at the point of pretty much being set, where I won't be upset if they don't make a trade. I won't be upset if they do make a trade. I think that is where I feel on this Rams offense and defense right now. So kicker is a change I want to see made. Other than that, trade-wise, I think they're okay on the trade market.
Yeah, I think we are too. Maybe you go for an alignment, as you said, but that's really kind of it to me. And then Shannon in chat saying Terrence Ferguson looks promising. Yes, he does. He was used a little more today, not just on third down. And I like to see him get used more and more each game as the season goes on. He is really a key to unlocking the offense to me.
You said it was Terrence Ferguson?
Yes.
Yeah. No, I agree there. You see a lot of down-the-field throws to Tyler Higbee right now. They're getting Tyler Higbee involved, Kobe Parkinson. And I think in all honesty, I think Terrence Ferguson could be the best receiver of all those guys. And I think you can put him in all of those situations and he can make those catches that these guys are making. So that is what I want to see as well. You want to see him get stronger as a blocker. Maybe that's why he's not getting as much time out there currently as it stands. But overall, Ferguson continuously getting more and more involved every single week. I mean, he may be a sleeper fantasy pickup at some point very soon if he keeps putting up some of these numbers here. So that is what the hope is for sure. TD says, appreciate you guys. Great stuff as always. Go Rams. Beat the Niners. Appreciate you for saying that. Terrence Ferguson looks promising. Comes from Shane. I agree with you there. Do we make a trade? No. So, yeah, that's where I'm at. That's probably going to do it for today's live stream. Any last final thoughts for you, Josh, on this one?
No, and then Manuel says, peace out, Josh and Josh. I'm off to play Ghost of Yoti.
Never heard of that.
No. I thought you were. I was like Call of Duty Ghosts, but no, I do not know what a Ghost of Yoti is. Real quick, Manuel, do you want to say what that is?
Somehow, some way, I pulled away from you. Let's see. Yeah, Manuel, let us know what that is. I'm trying to get Josh back on the screen. For some reason, he went away. There we go. We should be good now. I think. I hope. But yeah, Manuel, you want to let us know what that game is?
Then you get a nice look at Josh's files there on his desktop.
Likely
if Manuel is not in chat, I am gonna look it up.
Ghost of Yoti.
If you're Ghost of Yoti. It's a console game developed by Sony Entertainment. It's on PlayStation 5.
Whoa, that looks pretty cool.
It's a new game.
New?
Yeah.
I wonder if it's like open world. That world looks incredible.
It does. It does look really good. I don't have a PS5, so I cannot get it.
Really?
But I'm not like a huge gamer.
What do you play games on, if you play any?
I rarely play.
Wow.
Like, I'll only play like if I'm with other people who are already playing. Like, I don't like game in my free time.
I'll be honest, I moved out, and since I moved out to a new apartment, I have not really played many video games. Just don't know why that's been a thing, but haven't really. But I used to play a lot of just like MLB, The Show, Madden, depending on what season it is. Football season, I'm playing Madden. Baseball season, I'm playing MLB The Show. Basketball season, I'll throw on some 2K. That's usually how I play games.
I haven't played 2K in years. That game sucks now.
It does, but I like in my career creating a guy that looks like me, pretending I was 6'5". That's always good. It's always fun.
Oh, I would just do the Wemby build. Just do the Wemby build. That's all you have to do.
Manuel says, one of the best open world games. I might have to buy this game, Manuel. I'll let you know next week if that's something I actually invest in for some entertainment purposes. But appreciate you guys for tuning in to the live stream for Week 9. Rams, Saints. The Rams take a victory. They are number 1 in the NFC West. We'll have to wait and see if they can continue that run after tonight's game for Seattle. See if, I guess we'll be Commanders fans tonight. And then going into next week versus the San Francisco 49ers, we'll wait and see on how that turns out.
We have one more chat real quick from Jesus50. What should the Rams do in the trade deadline? Maybe nothing, but if there is a kicker available, I would say to do it. But really, besides that, I don't really think there's like a must trade for anybody. Wouldn't you agree, Josh?
No, I agree 100%. The Rams are a really good team, really built good roster all around. I'm not going to be mad if they trade for a Breece Hall, a new receiver, or whatever, but I don't think that's what the Rams need to do, and I don't think Les Snead and Sean McVay even have that stuff on their radar.
No, I fully agree with you. And Manuel said to trust you and buy the game.
All right. I'll let you know. I'll let you know if that is what I end up doing come next week. All right.
All right. Well, thank you all for watching today's live stream of the Rams versus Saints. Rams come out on top in dominating fashion, 34-10, move to 6-2. First place for now in the NFC West. We'll see what happens tonight. We are rooting for the Commanders tonight, and obviously big game next week against the Niners. So if you're not already, subscribe to the channel right now, like the stream, share the stream, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any of our pregame coverage again for this Niners game coming up next week and all other Rams games and potential trade deadline news. We will see what happens on the 4th, obviously, Tuesday trade deadline, and we'll hope to see some kicking changes tomorrow. We'll see if there's any announcements on that as well, but we will have you covered for all of that here on Rams Digest. Make sure to subscribe, like the stream, and share the stream as well.
Mahomes just threw an interception. That sucks for my fantasy team. And Jesus says, I say solidify D-line, try to get Jeffrey Simmons. I'm not complaining about anything like that. I just don't think that's going to happen.
Not either.
To be honest.
No.
Not my prediction.
No, I don't see us trading for a pass rusher. That's one of the last needs of the team.
But Jeffrey Simmons would be crazy on the interior of the defensive line for sure.
Yeah, that would be crazy. Him with Jared Verse and Byron Young. Wow.
Yeah, 100% agree. All right. Great way to end it there. Thank you all for tuning in. Appreciate all of your support, and we'll see you guys throughout the week and next week for Niners Week.
Thank you all for watching. See you next week. Enjoy Sunday Night Football and get some more sleep tonight. I know last night was a bit of an interesting night with us changing the clocks back for whatever reason.
For sure.
So,
all right, team.
We'll see you throughout the week. Make sure to subscribe, like the stream, and share the stream as always.
Yeah. Thanks you all. Have a good one. Have a good week.
All right. See ya.